At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no-problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Taking the hard path isn't always easy. It takes courage and determination to do hard things. Quitting tobacco and vaping is possible.
You decide when. We'll show you how. Learn more at projectfilter.org or call 1-800-QUIT-NOW.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear road rivals, you may have four wheels and a similar build, but our resemblance ends right there. Later, Toyota.
Find yours at Toyota.com. Toyota. Let's go places.
I'm Connor from Idaho Falls. In high school, I started having trouble with my muscles. Playing football, kids half my size were pushing me around. My mom and I spent months traveling the country looking for answers. We finally got one right here at Ermac. I have a rare disease that causes my cells to lose energy. After 2 years of using a wheelchair, the therapist at Ermac taught me how to walk again. Now I can do the things that I enjoy and live the life I want. That's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Welcome to this IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night presented by Teton Auto Group and Ermac Pediatrics. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valleywide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, and your local Toyota dealers, as well as the Idaho Transportation Department. Tonight, we come to you live from Ravston Stadium in Idaho Falls, Idaho, where the Bonneville Bees, the visiting team, come to take on the Idaho Falls Tigers on homecoming night. Hello, everyone, and welcome to IdahoSports.com broadcast of the Idaho Falls Tigers and the Bonneville Bees. My name's Tim Belknap. I'm joined by Josh McGully, the all-around color guy, sound engineer, cameraman, and jack of all trades. And tonight, his companion and cameraman, Dallas, his buddy.
Yes, my little boy Dallas is joining us again tonight. He loves to come into the football game and being around this atmosphere and picking a team and going for them for the evening. So I'm so excited for tonight. And and to be back with you.
Yeah, it's been a couple of weeks. I did this weird thing. It's called a vacation.
I know, it's crazy. What's going on with that? How lucky are you?
Pretty lucky. 2 weeks with my wife on a cruise ship. That's all right. The Tigers now taking the field as they come out. And, of course, it being homecoming, they're hoping like crazy that they can turn the ship from what the last few weeks have been, as they've had a tough couple of games, frankly. Lost last week to Madison. And, Josh, you were on the first game they had with Twin Falls. That was a rough game for them as well.
Yes, the second game they had, but
sorry.
Yeah,
That's
they
right.
had
The first game was Thunder Ridge. They won that one.
Exactly. Yeah, they had a rough showing there, and I'm sure we'll get back into that.
We're going to fade away, folks, as they bring out the national anthem. We'll be back in just a moment.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
I'm Matt from Salt Lake City. Last year, while climbing in the Tetons, I fell nearly 600 feet. My hip bone was broken and exposed. I could see my quad muscles, and I had lacerated my liver. And I knew right away that blood was filling my abdomen. After a 3-hour rescue operation, I was airlifted to Ermac's Trauma Center. I was rushed into surgery. Then their amazing team worked with me for weeks of rehab. Thanks to their incredible care, I've made a full recovery and I'm back to doing the things I love. And that's why I say, take me.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium for this homecoming night for the Idaho Falls Tigers. As they're preparing the field, they're going to do some introductions and some giveaways. Looks like Ron Sayer, Toyota, Nissan out there. I hope they're giving away a car for me. It's doubtful.
I believe there is a drawing tonight for a car.
Usually on homecoming they trade that. Either that or the last game of the year.
I remember last year we were at a game where a car was being given out. And a cheerleader won it.
Yeah, we were on the game together, weren't we? That's right.
A
I forgot
cheerleader
about
won
that.
it. And they had to make sure that she was able to even drive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, the team captain's going out to meet. I really love what Idaho Falls does here is the team captains come out and the rest of the team joins arms and comes out about a third of the way in show of support. It's a little intimidating.
Yeah.
That's a wise move there. This Bonneville team, they started 2-0. Had a couple of really good wins over Century and Preston. Going into last week's game against Rigby, a lot of high hopes. People thinking that maybe this is the year they were going to turn the ship. And with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter of last week's game, their star running back, Tim Williams, on a bad hit, fractured his compound fracture of his tibula. Pretty gruesome injury that took about 45 minutes for the ambulance to get there to stabilize him and move him. And Bonneville felt like they couldn't continue the game at that point in time, that their team was too devastated. As the coach told me, Tim kind of the heart and soul of this team. And so they took their team and they left the field, and it was called a forfeit. So Rigby gets the win out of a forfeit. So Bonneville tonight dedicating the game to fallen running back Tim Williams, I guess injured, not fallen.
Yeah.
Different connotations there. All of the players tonight, you can't see it. You may see some of the yellow shirts, but all of the players underneath their pads have play like Timmy under their shirts as a tribute to Tim. Tim Williams came, gave him a pep talk prior to the game, and we saw him at the national anthem here in a wheelchair and trying to play or be a part of the team that he's played so many years with. So Bonneville hoping that they can turn around and show Tim that they can play strong without him, but this is a pretty jazzed IF team, Josh.
Yeah, it is, and they need to be, right? They've got a lot of things to fix and a lot of things to go over because last couple of games they haven't really been an Idaho Falls team that they're used to. They're young, don't get me wrong, but the past couple of weeks, they've given up 55 points and 38 points to Madison, 55 to Twin, and just haven't shown up when they need to show up. So I'm really looking forward to this Idaho Falls team to see if they can change things around. See if their quarterback can start improving and moving this offense and see what they can do, because this would be a game to show that for this Idaho Falls team and see what they can do in this 4A division.
Well, I've seen Bradley Ellison play. He's a junior. I've watched him play as a JV player and a year or two in the past. He's a heck of a basketball player. I've seen him play last year. He's capable. This kid's an athlete. So I expect to see great things from him. I know there's a couple other players that got some wheels. So, it's that age-old thing in high school.
Yeah.
Can you get the pass where it's supposed to be? Can they make the catch? And then can they do something with it after?
Yeah, and one thing I noticed as well is they have their big number 3, their tight end, Easton Watkins, who's 6'3", 225. They went to him a lot. They went to him a lot, but as the game progressively went on, they went away from him. So I want to see them start targeting their big tight end and trying to do that.
Tight end makes or breaks a high school team, so that's got to be a key to the game. All right, Bonneville's going to kick off. They're going to play right to left, as you see it, and we call it the kickoff and up, fielded by the Tigers. They pick it up at the 4. They're going to bring it out. Good return. They'll get it almost to the 30, if not the 30. That's number 19, Tayson Kirkham. I'm trying to see if they do the spot at the 29 or the 30, but it's a 1st and 10. Looks like we got Kirkham playing 2 numbers. No, it's Traden and Trayson.
So just be prepared. There's going to be 2 of them. They're going to get really confusing.
Junior and the senior. Yep.
Their numbers are very close.
They hate broadcasters here. I can tell you right now. They hate broadcasters. All right, the Tigers. Ellison back in the shotgun, getting ready. He's got Lone back. Double trips at the top. Lone receiver at the bottom. Drops back. He's going to get a quick pass off to a running back out of the backfield. He'll pick up a gain of, I'd say 5 yards on that. 49. Trying to get my numbers right. You should know these. Molino.
Yep, Peter Molino is the senior. He had a really good game against Twin Falls and last week as well, and see if he can get going again.
Well, you know what? A 5-yard play, first play of the game, that's success. Eat that thing 5 yards at a time, you'll win a game.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're going to set up. They're going to put 2 end receivers top and the bottom. They're going to hand off up the middle. The running back goes right into the line of scrimmage and picks up probably a yard. Again, that is Molino. He's going to be brought down by the Bees. Maddox Jones. Jones usually an offensive player. Maybe I got the wrong number there. Looks like it was 8, not 7. Lepre. Nope, that's wrong side. How about Maddox Jones? That's what it says. Ellison back in the backfield, shotgun. Trying to draw him off. He doesn't get it. Big 3rd down here as he's looking around for receiver. He makes the throw, and the catch is made. And that's going to be a 1st down for the Tigers. And guess what? Do you see who that is?
It's one of the Kirkham brothers.
Kirkham brothers, you call it.
Yeah.
Only it's not, I got to get it right now. It is Traden, not Tayson. Yep. I'm going to get that messed up all night.
Absolutely, you will. I did as well when I called their game against Twin Falls. Those Kirkham, they're so well. They're just great athletes. They get the ball down the field. They're great route runners, and so
they look pretty sturdy too. Ellison just takes the ball and keeps it. He didn't have time to pick a receiver, but he tucks and runs and picks up a good gainer. They're going to give him 7 yards on that play. He's going to take it across midfield. They'll put it at the 49, so I guess it's only maybe 6 yards. But, man, anytime you can get 6 yards on a quarterback keeper, that's got to make you happy.
I don't know if it was a design keeper because they had a screen over here as well, but he pump faked it and ran up the middle, so it may have been a design.
Well, I think that pocket was supposed to collapse on the screen. I just think it collapsed a little too quick for him. As they'll line up, I think he's going to run out of that shotgun all night, it looks like. Man in motion coming across. He's going to fake the handoff there and then send it up the middle. A nice run up the middle. He's going to get the first down. He'll take it to the 38-yard line. That was a great play. The Tigers looking good coming out tonight. And again, that's Molino on the carry. Josh, this is what you said they had to do. They're doing it.
Yeah, Molino's showing up on the ground game right now, so it's been really impressive so far early on in this first drive.
Yeah, they'll mark it at the 39, a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Tigers moving the ball, start at the 30. They've moved it 30 yards, so good first series for the Tigers. Handoff again, Molino up the middle. He'll pick up probably a carry of, 3 yards, I guess. Bonneville's got to seal that hole. They got a pretty big front line. Zach Belknap leading that nose tackle's position there. He's tough to get around. He's a
Any
big
relation?
boy. He actually is. He is his dad. His dad is my second cousin once removed, I believe it is.
Okay, close enough.
Yeah. I know his dad well. I don't know him. All right, Tigers 2nd and 7 to go. And we're going to have some motion. Flags will fly. That's going to go against the Tigers, I think. That is so hard when you're on the offensive line, especially the tight end, which is where that motion came out of. When you see that big linebacker coming at you,
yeah,
and you know he's coming, he's not stopping, it's hard not to just flinch.
Yeah, absolutely it is. Especially those big outside linebackers over there for Bonneville.
Yeah, Bonneville's got some big kids on that team. Belknap at nose guard, but their linebackers know how to hit. I've seen them hit hard. And I think, they've got every right to flinch. I would. So they'll mark off the 5-yard penalty. And Idaho Falls now 2nd and 14. Lone back in the backfield. He's got twin receivers, now one in motion. Ellison back to pass. He gets the pass off before he gets hit. Almost caught. Wow, that receiver was so well covered, I didn't even see him. Is that number 18 again?
Yeah, the Kirkham brothers. Yeah, it looked like it went into his hands and he just dropped it. He may not have even been expecting the ball to get there.
I love this. They had both Kirkham brothers out there, Traden and Tayson. Yeah, Traden and Tayson. One covered and the other one was just about 3 feet above him. So I was like, yeah, who do you want a bro? That'll fall incomplete. It brings up a 3rd down that the Tigers have to complete here. So they'll line up again, twin receivers, short field and top field. Out of the shotgun, lone back in the backfield. Ellison calling for the ball. Drops back to pass. He's looking for his receiver. He looks off his first, goes to his second. It looks like he got him. Did he make the catch? He did make the catch. Nice catch by the receiver. Trying to see who it is. It's the Kirkham again. Traden.
It's Traden Kirkham, yep.
That was a beautiful catch because he was falling back, but they'll put that at the 24-yard line. That's a 1st and 10, and IF continues to move the ball.
Yeah, and so the game I had with Twin Falls, they had this really long drive to start their game, an 8-minute drive to be exact. And for the rest of the game, they didn't really show up. So I love the way that they're moving the balls in this drive, but I want to see what they do with the rest of this game.
Pitch out to Molino, caught from behind. He's going to be brought down about the line of scrimmage, maybe a gain of 1. Looks like Belknap stuffed the hole in the outside linebacker for the Bees. Trying to see who that is. Carter Stanger came in and just grabbed Molina around the waist and pulled him down. If you're Bonneville, you got to see more of that.
Yeah, absolutely, and you love seeing Belknap get in there and fill the hole.
He's a big boy. Let's be honest. Doesn't take much. Zach's a pretty good athlete though. Moves up and down that line well. Ellison now back to pass. He throws over the middle. He's got a receiver. Just led his receiver, thinking his receiver would keep running. His receiver stopped, thinking he'd have to go back, and so it went just a little bit beyond him. And we're going to be set up in another 3rd down. Of course, 4-down country at this point in the red zone. I guess they're not totally in the red zone yet.
Yeah, number 7, Taylor Cordon was the targeted receiver, and we're going to hear his name a lot tonight. He's very active in what he does, and he's a great receiver for them.
Looking to see Watkins. He's here on the short field on the wideout spot. Haven't seen them throw at him, and yet you would think they would. Setting up a screen play. They avoid tacklers as Bonneville doesn't bring him down, and Ellison's going to keep the ball and run. I don't think he's going to pick up the 1st down, but he does take it to the 20. It's a heads-up play. That kid's an athlete.
Yeah, absolutely is.
Actually, the 19's where they set it, so it's going to be a 4th and about 5, I'd say. That is obviously, I guess you could always field goal it, but in high school you don't see too many kickers that can hit it from there. And they're going to line up, going for it. Trips to the bottom of the screen, and now a timeout. Trying to see who the timeout's going to be charged to. Well, Bonneville not liking what they saw on that offense and the way they've been moved up and down the field. Probably a good call.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a timeout that you never want to see taken because it is, we're just now hitting the 8-minute mark in the first quarter.
Yeah, you're burning a timeout on a defensive call?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Hey, folks, just enough time for us to recognize our power boosters for tonight's game. They include, for the Bees, Teton Auto Group and Winning Solutions Marketing. And for the Tigers, also Teton Auto Group and Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. We're grateful for them sponsoring this game tonight as our power boosters, helping us get this broadcast to you so you can sit in the comfort of your home, hopefully with popcorn, sodas, water, whatever you like to drink, enjoying the video and the audio. Well, at least the video.
I don't know about the auto, yeah. They hear too much of you, I think.
Yeah, I'm sure that's it, Josh. You're fired, by the way.
Dallas, we got to go home, dude.
Heck no, you're running the camera, dude. You're staying. It's after the game. All right, Tigers now taking the field. They're going to line up again. Trips to the bottom screen. Ellison drops back, looking for a receiver. He throws. He's got a receiver. It's a catch and a first down.
Yeah, great catch from there. That was the big tight end, Easton Watkins.
That's the guy we've been looking for.
Yeah, and a great job from him, too. Bonneville played the zone defense, and Easton was just able to find a pocket, and great throw from Ellison to find him.
Well, Ellison's thrown a little low, and these receivers are having to go down to the turf, so a little scary that they're making the reception, but they have been thus far. So it's a timing thing that they've become accustomed to. Ellison now takes the ball on a wide rollout, looking back across the field. He might run. Now he throws. He's got a receiver in the end zone, but it falls just short. That was too bad. That was Taylor Carden in the end zone. He got it in his fingertips. Just not enough.
Yeah, Ellison tried to lead him, but like you said, just led him a little too far.
It's easy to say, gosh, if you just put a little more English on it, but you got to remember, Ellison was running full speed and having to gauge where's the line of scrimmage. Can I throw it? Where's he going to be? There's a lot of things the quarterback's got on his mind at that point in time.
Yeah, well, especially when you're getting chased by big number 99.
Was that who was on him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that's a death wish. All right, they're going to go twins at the top of the screen, one receiver down below. Ellison's going to hand it off. Morales takes it up the middle. He's going to get a good gain out of that. I'd suspect 3 yards. Bonneville pushes him back. I think they were looking for some forward motion, and they didn't get it. Looking for the spot. If you can get 3 yards, though, when you're inside the 10, just run it 3 times. Yeah, they're going to say 4 yards on the play. That's a good gain.
They can still get a first down.
Yes, get to the 1 yard line, they'll get a first down.
Yeah.
The sticks are still up. So I think you're looking at a running game here because he's got one receiver and one back in the backfield. And they're going to do it in just the other side, give it to Morales. He tries to take it in. And Bonneville reads it pretty well. I think he might pick up another yard or two, but not much beyond that. Boy, that whole big hole. It just looked like the whole Bonneville defense caved in on that hole, and that's tough to pick up much yardage.
Yeah, it was a really good job from Bonneville right there, just to hold the edges. They really held contained there really well. And
the tight end brought it in. He had to take it off tackle, and that hole was full.
Yeah.
So it's a fourth down now. Fourth, and it looks like the ball's at the 7. So at least 6 yards for a first down, 7 yards for a touchdown. And Idaho Falls is going to go back to, what brung them to the dance, if you will. Trips to the bottom of the screen, and a single receiver to the top. One running back in the backfield. Snaps up. Ellison throws the pass into the end zone. Tries to get it. It doesn't connect. IF saying they were held on a PI there as they tried to make it to Traden Kirkham. Yep, Traden was a Kirkham they were throwing at. and it just went through his hands. I think Ellison had just too much English on that, and hit hard and went through his hands. Bonneville fans got to be happy that they stood on that one. Didn't have to give up any points. They're a little deep in their backfield to start the offense. As the offense for the Bees come out, Eli Hamilton in at quarterback tonight for the Bees. As they are now audibleizing right out of the gate. And let's see what they can put together. Hamilton has a pretty good arm. He's going to hand it off. Looks like there's going to be nothing there as the Tigers swarm on the running play. See who that ball carrier is. Trying to replace Tim Williams is tough. Keaton Train looks like who they handed off to. Or Fabian. One of the two. Caden Fabian. It's 35. It's Fabian.
Yeah,
so loss of 2 on the play.
Great job from Idaho Falls there as well.
Oh, yeah, Tigers, I mean, safety is what you're thinking right here, right? Bonneville hands off. Number 1 has the ball. He's coming around trying to hit that edge. He doesn't really get the edge, but he'll pick up a couple of yards. That's Kenyon Todd. He's the running back that they're trying to use to replace the injured Tim Williams. So I expect to hear that name a lot tonight.
Kenyon Todd, yeah, he looked really impressive. He's got that quick first burst that you really want to see in a running back, and he just showed it right there.
Yeah. 3rd and about 3.5 yards now for the Bees. They really got to find a hole. Looks like they might have it as they power through a big hole in the middle. And that is number 34. I think that is Keaton Train. When I talked to one of the Bonneville coaches, I said, how do you replace a Tim Williams? And he looked at me and he goes, Tim, you don't. But you bring in some players who are good, too. And he mentioned specifically Todd and Train and Fabian. He said you're going to see all 3 of them tonight with some action. Off reverse, not a reverse, but I mean a quick handoff by Hamilton to Todd. He didn't get a lot of yardage. What, 4 yards? Did he get that much? Okay.
Yep, they're going to say about 4.
I thought he was stopped after 2, but maybe he stretched out. It's got to be tough on the quarterbacks. I noticed both quarterbacks running over to the sideline to get the play. It's a good way to wear your quarterback out.
Absolutely it is.
Hamilton with a man in motion. He's going to hand it off again up the middle. Fabian's got it. He'll pick up the first down and then some. Great play by Caden Fabian. In fact, if it wasn't for DJ Nieder for the Tigers, wrapping him, the right kind of tackle, wrapping up the legs, Fabian might have gone a little farther. But that'll be a first down for the Bees out at the 37. They got to be feeling a little better now that they've got some breathing room. Hamilton with blown back in the backfield. He's going to throw out, intending for his big wide receiver, and he just throws clear over his head. And that's somebody, not his tight end. That is somebody you do not want to overthrow because he is phenomenal. That's Teven Sagaguchi. That kid's a big kid.
Yeah,
he's about 6'6", 280.
Yep. He's about as long, or he's about as tall as his name is sideways.
Valid. Okay, I'll give you that one. Hamilton looking to pitch out, and he's going to be sacked. Pretty lucky. The Tigers there had a kind of a horse collar they got away with, and I think they're probably got to be tickled about that, but that's a great sack.
Yeah, it was number 77, Carson Anglin, that got there first. So
he wasn't even touched.
No, he wasn't. It looked like it was going to be a read option type thing from this outside, but yeah, Anglin was able to control his man, and he had the quarterback and did a great job from there.
Well, I think they pulled the guard to come down and block for Hamilton so he could get that option, and Anglin just came in and says, okay, I'll make you pay for that. Line up with trips to the bottom of the screen. Hamilton back to pass. He throws, doesn't connect with his receivers. He underthrows his receiver. That looks like Mateo Madrano. Well, Madrano, a team leader there for him.
It got tipped, actually, by
did it?
Yeah, by the middle linebacker, David Moore, and he tipped it just enough to make it look like it was underthrown.
Hamilton, a good little athlete, not as tall as you like your quarterbacks to be, and that's where that comes into play. A linebacker or a offensive lineman can get his hand up and tip a ball, and you saw that happen. Bonneville with a good punt, gets it away. IF fields it at the 30, out to the 40, where he slips. he's going to be cussing himself tomorrow. Kirkham there, trading Kirkham. No, Tyson Kirkham. Taysom, not Tyson. Taysom. Taysom
You'll
Hill.
get it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
These Kirkham brothers, very impressive tonight. I like what I see in them. FIF, I think, continues to utilize them. They tend to run them in tandem with each other. So I can't understand how the tight end, who is it? I was trying to remember who it is. The tight end? Easton.
Number 3, Easton Watkins.
There we go. Watkins. I was trying to think of Judge Watkins. I'm sure that's probably his kid. They should leave him open unless they're double teaming him. They're going to hand it off at the middle. Bees read it pretty well. It'll probably be a gain of 2 on the play. Still a wise play as they hand it off up the middle. 23 on the carry. That is Austin Anderson, junior or senior running back, 5'10", 185 pounds. That's a good size running back. But he doesn't get very far as he's just kind of wrapped up and stopped. They'll give him a yard on the play. But that's wise. Keep that running up the middle off the tackle so he keeps his passing game open. He's got 2 backs in the backfield. One goes now into motion. Looks like the quick pass, but they get it over the middle. He underthrows his receiver. The receiver, Carden, tries to reach back for it, but it's too far behind him. So is that mechanics?
No, I think Ellison's trying to do a little too much because if you look, or I wish we had a replay, but he had his running back open on the wheel route, but he's try to get the inside guy there, and it's a hard throw to make.
Well, when you're thrown into coverage,
yeah,
you got to be careful. If somebody's open, I can't believe the offensive coordinator's not screaming that down from the booth right now. Watch that wheel route. All right, Twins to the top and the bottom of the screen on receivers. Ellison back. He's got a receiver. He makes the throw, and the catch is made right at the line of scrimmage. I think that'll be enough for the first down. Is that Kirkham? It seems the side of the field to go at. Yep, that is. That's number 18, Traden Kirkham.
Yeah, it was a great catch there because he got hit as soon as that ball came. So that's easy. That's easy enough to get dropped, or the ball to get dropped right there because of the hit.
That's the beauty of the new AstroTurf we have here at Ravston Stadium. You don't hear those steps like you do on grass. No. All right. It's IF with a 1st and 10. Ellison takes the snap, gets a quick pass off to the running back out of the backfield. He'll pick up 5 yards on the carry. A lot of movement, both IF and Bonneville moving the ball a little bit up and down the field, but no score thus far. 2 minutes to go in the first half. It's still knotted up at 0. I don't know, do we call that an offensive?
Quarter.
First half. Oh, I said first half. My apologies. First quarter.
Speed this up a little too much, Mr. Tim.
You know,
I know you were
I'm
just
hungry.
on vacation, but my goodness.
I'm used to 3 squares on that cruise ship, man. It's time for food. All right, 2nd and 5. Ellison's going to hand it off up the middle. Bonneville again hits after a gain of 1. That line just not going to be very forgiving to a run game by the Tigers.
Yeah, first one there, Koa
Herringfield.
And that was a big hit right there for big number 42, middle linebacker.
Well, and David Moore, the ball carrier. But, yeah, the Herringfield boys, there's some Hawaiian heritage there. He's got a long history of brothers who've gone on to play at the next level. And one of his brothers is the assistant coach. All right, it's a 3rd down now, 3rd and 4. IF takes the snap. They're looking to pass. Ellison's going to roll out. Doesn't find what he wants, so he's going to try to carry it. See if he gets, I think he's going to get the first down before he stepped out of bounds. I'm pretty sure of it.
Yes, absolutely, he did.
Yeah, he did. I was waiting to see the line judge down here was standing right by the first down marker. There is a flag. I didn't see that.
I still don't see the flag.
Yeah, I still don't. Where is it? I see everybody walking back.
Oh, there it is over there. Okay.
Oh, the official was standing in front of it. Official indicates it's a holding. Is that what he said? We're going to go with that because they're marking 10 yards off. If it was offsides, it would only be 5. Which hurts because they had the first down, and now it's going to be 3rd and 15, it looks to be. Probably 14 and a half.
Yep.
So a little bit different play call, but if Ellison continues to show that he has some wheels and isn't afraid to tuck and run, that could be another threat that Bonneville isn't prepared for. Every time he's done that, they haven't been able to stop him before the first down mark. So a big third down for the Tigers. Ellison takes the ball, back to pass. He's looking deep, nobody there, and he's going to be pulled down. The ball is out, trying to see who has it. Bonneville says they have it, and the officials indicate Bonneville has recovered. That is a big deal. Ellison just got hit hard from behind by Jory Anderson, and that ball just popped out. I didn't see who recovered it for the Bees, and I'm not sure they still do the turnover chain that they used to do, but that's a big deal. They just recovered the ball on the 39-yard line of the Tigers. Yeah, that's the best offense they've had all night.
Yeah, Anderson's been incredible on that left edge so far tonight, and he just proved it there and got his big hand on that ball.
He did, and the handoff goes up the middle. That's going to be that really fast receiver for the Bees, number 1, Kenyon Todd. That kid knows how to juke and move at the same time.
Yeah, like I was saying, he has a really quick first move and first step that you want to see in a running back, and he's showing it already right now.
Yeah, he's got to be happy with how it's going. They moved the ball down. I think they set it at the 19-yard line. It's a first down for the Bees. Hamilton out of the shotgun, got a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to the man coming in motion. He'll take it up the middle. He'll pick up a gain of probably 6. Trying to see if that's not Fabian. It's Keaton Train. What a nice move as he goes up that middle. He's a big kid, too. Bonneville doesn't put the size on here, but, I mean, just look at him. You can see the size. All right, that's going to bring us to the end of the first quarter of play. The score still knotted up at 0. We'll fade away for some advertising support, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium on East Idaho game night. I'm Tim Belknap with Josh McGully. We're here as the Tigers and the Bees battling for the first score. The Bees have the ball at the 11-yard line. Hamilton back to pass. The ball tipped away, almost picked off by one of the Tigers, but Hamilton has to be careful. He was throwing at Todd, who was in double coverage of some tall boys.
Yeah, Bonneville, they had their trips on his left side, and they're trying to create confusion over there, but Todd just got mixed up in the confusion and couldn't get open, so he was lucky that ball wasn't intercepted.
Well, it was tipped at the line, and so it went a little high, or it could have been intercepted. We're going to go with twin receivers at the top, man in motion. Hamilton's going to pitch it out, a Mahomes type of pass to Todd. He's going to go across the end zone. Touchdown, Bonneville. Kenyon Todd with an incredible stumbling move. Almost tackled at the line of scrimmage. Stumbles his way in a tackle across to break the plane. And Bonneville, first team to score in tonight's crosstown action between the Bonneville Bees and the Idaho Falls Tigers.
Yeah, Todd just been really impressive so far. He got that handoff, and he got tripped up, but was able to keep his balance, just be able to roll into the end zone, basically.
Well, and he was tackled at the 1, really, and he just stretched across. Bonneville going to go for 2. I don't think they're going to make it, to be honest with you. Nope, they do not. The running back, I didn't see who had it. It was Todd. Kenyon Todd had it, but it looked like he slipped as he made his cut, or he would have been in. But The 2-point PAT now no good, and Bonneville stands 6-0 over the Tigers with 11 minutes and 49 seconds to go. Nice way to open up the second quarter for the Bees. Now you got the Bonneville player. Folks, I don't know, you probably can't see it at the bottom of your screen. You got this big Bonneville player down, or student section down here just below us, a big Bonneville Bee Pride sign. And I don't know if this is the construction class or if they're just trying to glow tonight.
It looks like they're just now arriving, so they finally made it in the second quarter.
Yeah, they don't show up till the first score. All right, the Tigers now needing to make some amends from that fumble that cost them a touchdown for the Bees. And so they're going to hopefully receive this kickoff return and be able to take it back for some points and get back into an even keel game as the Bees now leading the Tigers 6-0.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what this Idaho Falls team can do. You know, they've been able to move the ball, but they had a turnover, or now 2 turnovers, turnover and down, and a fumble.
That was a fancy move to do nothing by the Bees.
Well, you never know. They might go for an onside kick.
All right, the kick off. It's coming down to a nice return by Kirkham. See which one. I think it's Tyson. Nope, it's Traden Kirkham. Nice return, almost out to midfield. I think he's going to get the 40 out of it. And he picked it up at about the 13, so that is a great return. Give that kid the ball anytime. He's obviously got some wheels.
Yeah, and that's why he does get the ball a lot, because he definitely can make those moves and make people miss when he needs to.
Well, that's what you're supposed to do, and he's doing it well tonight. First time we've seen the Idaho Falls backfield with twins. Not the I formation, but the twin formation running backs. They're going to hand it off up the middle, looking to get that kick out to the side. Bonneville reads it well, comes in and picks it. Number 21 making that tackle, Axel Landon, and he read that.
Yeah, and Tyler Myrup, he was also, that safety came all the way down to be able to get that tackle.
Tyler's parents just 3 rows below us here. They were clapping just a little bit. So they actually a loss of 2 on that play, and I thought he was going to hit that corner. But Landon came in out of nowhere, shooting in and got him, and Myrup sealed the deal. So loss of 2 on the play. They're going to run with that same structure, twin backs, hand off and try to go the other way. And the Bees do the same thing.
That's Carter Stanger, the junior linebacker. He was the first one there this time, just to be able to, I know they lost another yard.
Ouch. And that's that running back that's been doing so well for the Tigers, Peter Molino. We know he can move because he's done so, but he can't move when you got a whole bunch of bees hanging around.
Now, I can't move when there's a bunch of bees hanging around.
Well, they're being about as pesky on that running game tonight. Still working on trying to shut down the passing game, but the running game they've done a pretty good job shutting down. All right, same structure, twin backs out by Ellison, receiver at the top and the bottom of the screen. He's going to go with a quick pass over the top, tipped away by the Bees. It might have been picked off. They're going to say no dice. It was trapped on the field. Bonneville for a minute thought they'd pulled it off again.
Yeah, I couldn't catch who tipped it, but it was another linebacker that tipped it. Was it that
outside linebacker?
Yeah, that almost made that interception.
Trying to see the number, 40-something. I can't see it. We're using our cheating delay broadcast. I think the linebacker is Herrickfeld. I think that's who tipped it.
Was it Herrickfeld?
Yeah, 42 over on that top screen. If you look, he's in that linebacker position, and he's just an athlete. Mm-hmm. Those Herrickfeld boys, dad and grandpa have coached basketball for years. Just good athletes. Tigers now long fourth. They're going to punt it away. Nice punt, not very long. Bonneville will be wise to just let it roll because it's getting a Tiger roll. It's going to take it down to about the 20, maybe the 19-yard line. Yeah, now the 19-yard line. Not a good punt, but a great roll.
Yeah. Yep. And so this is now the Idaho Falls team that we've seen recently, where they'll have a really good first drive, but then after that, they can't move the ball. There's no way they can't get offensive yards, and so they need to change something up. And I want to see what it is next time they come out, because you do want to see this Idaho Falls team have success and move that ball, because they have the kids to do it. They have a young team that can get up and down this field, but they have to change something.
Absolutely. And Idaho Falls playing 4A this year, so that means they're all in the High Country Conference division, and this is a conference game for them. A pitch out to Todd. He's going to be brought down from behind. That hurts when they do that. There'll be a flag. That's got to be a horse collar tackle, personal foul. It's going to cost them 15 yards.
Yep, you're spot on with that.
Well, I get 1 out of about 10. I'm definitely not a gambling man because I'd lose too much. Yep, they do call the horse collar. That's a 15-yarder. And, Bonneville down at the 19 was going to be maybe a gain of 1, if that. Now looking at moving the ball down to the 34-yard line, some breathing room, and a fresh set of downs. So Todd, a very athletic kid. I'm sure he'll pop right up. No hurry, no foul. And interesting format as they hand it off to Train up the middle. Nothing there, really. Train picks up perhaps a yard.
Yeah, great job again. That's number 70, it looked like, Landon Hatch. The junior, that was the first one there that got him for a tackle for maybe a gain of a yard.
Yeah, they say 2, but it sure didn't look like 2 to me. Nice scoreboards, new scoreboards here at Rapston Stadium. And everything renovated except the stadium stands. Looks really nice here. Delayed trap. The Bees bringing it down, and we get a first down. He's going to make it to midfield. Caden Fabian. Fabian, I've watched him for a number of years now. I think I called him back in 8th grade. But and he can get a wide open spot. He's got some wheels.
Yeah, Fabian was able to find that open spot to the outside, and he got those wheels going and picked up the first down there.
Yeah, they mark it at the 49, the 46, excuse me, over the midfield. So, man in motion. Hamilton back to pass. He's going to throw, looking for a receiver. He's got one. They call it a catch. We couldn't tell for sure. Is that Herrickfeld? Nope, that's Sagaguchi. You're just waiting for me to say that name, weren't you?
I was waiting for that. That's the first reception right there for Sagaguchi.
You know what? This kid, I like watching him play. I would like to see him at the next level because I think he's got that talent. He's big. He can run routes. He's got some speed. I haven't seen him hit hard yet, but I've seen him be hit hard. All right, the Bees line up. Hamilton now calling an audible. He's going to move to one back in the backfield. Fabian's going to come across the middle, look for the pitch out. No, the pitch across the middle to Todd. Canyon Todd was pick up probably 3 or 4, not what they needed. Be about a yard short of the first down. IF has to be careful because you see them reach up and tackle him around the neck again.
Yeah, they did, and they've got to be. I love the design of these plays because everybody was going one way, and they gave the ball to Todd going the opposite direction to pick up, a gain of 4 or 5.
That Tiger looked like he was looking for a ball out in center field. Made that tackle. You got to be careful. All right, so 3rd and 1 for the Bees. They're looking for that one. Man in motion. I'm going to give it to Fabian. Fabian just plows up the middle. He gets the 1 plus 5, 6. Yep. And that'll be a first down for the Bees, down real close to the 30. They mark it at the 31. So
yeah, Fabian may not be the fastest running back you'll ever see, but he's so he's got the power so low to the ground that he's not gonna be brought down too easy.
He's got enough stocky to him that he gets low to the ground and can move. Again, not the fastest, but pretty dang fast and tough to bring down.
Yeah,
tough. Hamilton now looking for something, a busted play. He's looking for something, and he's going to be pushed out of bounds at a loss of probably 1, so he's lucky that that's all it was. Obviously a broken play. I'm trying to see. There's a lot of whistles down there. Is there a flag? It looks like the way the officials are consulting, there's a flag somewhere, but I don't see it.
He was running, so he didn't.
Illegal receiver downfield.
I was going to say maybe.
Holding on the Bees.
Oh, holding. Okay. I still don't see
Where's the flag? Oh, it's clear down there.
Are
they throwing green flags?
I think we're blind, Tim.
That's the second flag that we haven't seen thrown. And usually they're really easy.
Yeah, they're yellow.
Wow.
Okay.
I had 10-yard penalty. That hurts the Bees. Just throw it away. Don't hold. Throw it away. You're at the line of scrimmage, 10 yards. Now you got 20 to come up with. So it limits your plays. But at least they repeat the first down. So they go to Fabian again in motion. High kick or high pitch out to Hamilton. Fabian does good. He gets back to about the 31-yard line, 36-yard line.
Yeah, Hamilton, it was quite funny because he kind of fumbled the ball when he caught it.
Well, it was high. It was a high snap.
He just did a chest pass to him. It was quite awesome to watch that.
Really high. You're right.
Just a
he
straight
threw it like
chest
he was
pass.
throwing a bag of potatoes.
He's getting ready for the harvest.
Yeah, well, it's close. All right, so it's second and about 15. One back in the backfield again. The running back coming across in motion. That's Todd. Todd's going to get the pitch out. See if he can make the corner. He doesn't, as the Tigers kind of trip him. They reach out and grab his pad, and he kind of trips him up. So he gets back to the original line of scrimmage to set up a 3rd and 10. Scary enough, Todd came up. He's limping a little bit, trying to walk off a ding on his ankle maybe. I'm watching him walk around, and that's not what you want to see for the guy that's been ripping it up for him. If you're the Tigers, you think it's cool. All right, big 3rd down. It's 3rd and 11, not 3rd and 10, 3rd and 11. Hamilton back to pass. He's got a receiver. He makes the pass. It looks like the catch, and a flag. He didn't make the catch, did he?
No, he did not, but he got pulled to the ground.
Yeah, he definitely got pulled to the ground. I thought he had the catch, but he must have grabbed his arms and not allowed him to keep it. I'm looking for there we go. Pass interference. They got mics on the officials that's working about halfway.
Well, I love that they at least try.
Yeah, I do too. I wish they do that on every game. It makes it great.
Yes, it makes it a little bit easier for us.
All right, they will put it down at the 17-yard line. Timeout on the field, Tigers. So while they talk about it, we're going to talk to our sponsors. We'll be back in just a minute.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu. Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Back at Rapston Stadium, coming out of the timeout, the Tigers wanting to figure out how to stop the Bees on a 1st and 10 from the 17. And the Bees hand it off to Fabian. Fabian's caught really at the line of scrimmage, then pushed into the backfield. It'll be determined how far back that they're going to give him forward momentum. I think they're going to say he lost a couple yards.
Yeah, he definitely did. The linebacker, Court Johnson, was the first one there. He got his head in there and get him for a loss of, or no gain, really.
Well, you know what? He did it the right way. He caught him before Fabian ducked his head down.
Yeah.
Once he ducks the head down, it's tough, and he caught him before he did that. So really minimal loss on the play. Hamilton now in the backfield, and they're going to call a timeout. Interesting. The Bees now call a timeout. 5 minutes and 48 seconds left. The Bees lead 6-0 on the Tigers. I'm trying to figure out what's going on here. What they've been working with, the Bees anyway, what's worked for them is Canyon Todd. coming around, and Fabian. So it's kind of interesting to me that the Tigers have obviously started keying on those players. If I was the defensive coach, I would be saying, your job, man-to-man.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
You stick to him like glue. I don't care where the ball is. You stick on your guy. And that seems to be working so far. As we're coming back out of the timeout, the Bees lining up. Hopefully, Sakaguchi down here at the bottom of the screen. Twins to the bottom, single receiver to the top. And then the two backs just behind the line of scrimmage where they've been running the man in motion. And they do again as Todd goes out. Hamilton looks to pass. He's got a receiver in Caden Fabian. Fabian's going to take it down very close. He doesn't get it in. They're going to say he was down at like the 1 or 2. But a great pass and catch and run. The Bonneville coach is down there saying, what are you talking about? That was in.
I think he was in.
Was he?
I totally think he was in.
Well, we're going to see. We're watching the replay. No, he stepped out of bounds. And he stepped out farther out than I thought he did. They put it to 1. I really think he stepped out at the 4. But since I'm not the official, they don't care. Bonneville now with a 1st and goal from the 1. Man in motion. Hamilton takes it. He's going to step in. It's not Hamilton.
Exactly.
It's Todd. It's Canyon Todd taking it out of Wildcat. And he just, I was a little worried for a minute because he stopped right as he got to the line. I'm like, don't be stupid. Get across the line. And he did. So the Bees strike again. The score now 12-0 as they'll line up for an obvious 2-point play as they didn't get that the last time. And interesting to see what they'll call. Canyon Todd right there in the, looks like they're going to run that Wildcat again. Todd in the quarterback position, keeps it. He's going to try to turn on the afterburners, and he does. Just can't keep up to him, and he gets that far corner of the end zone. The 2-point conversion, good. And the score now, the Bonneville Bees 14, the Idaho Falls Tigers 0. And the Tigers now with 5 minutes and 36 seconds left to go in the quarter. Actually, in the first half. Correct myself there. Looking for some offense and a way to sit down, or to shut down, the Bonneville movement that's been tough for them to stop so far the last couple of drives.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I really want to see what Idaho Falls does here to change up their offense, to get this ball moving again.
Well, we know they can. They've moved the ball up and down the field. That's not a question in any way, shape, or form.
And miscues and things like that.
Oh, so you mean the normal high school football game?
What?
Yeah, it is high school football, folks. No one's a perfect athlete. In fact, most of the NFL is not a perfect athlete, but certainly not playing at NFL levels. But fun to watch. This is the way you spend a Friday night in Idaho, isn't it? Josh is not sure. He says that's how you spend a Friday night anywhere.
Yeah.
He's surveying the field, trying to figure out what the Bees are doing. They do go with the squib kick. Ball's loose, but the Tigers will recover it. Barely. You got to love big number 70 for the Tigers. See who that is. That's Landon Hatch. He's a big kid, and he just ran up there and fell on it. He didn't pretend to pick it up and run for a touchdown, and all the glory. He just fell on it, so they maintained the possession. So smart move by Hatch. Tigers come out. Good field position. They're at the 38-yard line. I guess 38.5-yard line, really. And Ellison with two backs on each side of it, one back on each side of it. He fakes the handoff, gets a man wide open in the middle. He could take it. He's going to be brought down. Boy, that was only thing between him and the end zone was Bonneville's number 20, Mason Park, who caught up to him. But what a great catch and run. And who is it?
Yeah, Easton Watkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a great job from Ellison because, Bonneville, they literally brought everyone.
Yeah.
They brought the house on the blitz, and good job from Ellison just to see that immediately and give it a quick throw to him.
Watkins takes it down to the 25-yard line. And the first down, big first down for the Tigers. So they got to be happy. They now line up again. Ellison backs in the backfield again. He's going to roll out to the right side, looking for a receiver. He's got one. I think he's going to get the catch, too. He does get the catch as he goes out of bounds. Again, guess who it is? Your man, Josh.
Yeah, of course. Easton. That was a good hands catch, too. Way to
Oh,
keep your feet
beautiful. And I like what I saw. This kid's been practicing because you saw him reach up and catch it, and he dragged his toes across to make sure he had his toes in. Of course, in high school, you only have to have one in, but he was practicing the NFL.
He's getting ready.
All right, now the ball down at the 2nd and 1, really, for the Tigers. I think they'll probably try a run, and they do. They hand it off. They'll get the first down. Not a lot beyond that, but they do get the first down. Trying to see who that is. Haven't seen a lot of this guy, Austin Anderson, but he does get the first down. Trying to wait for him to move the chains. Did they not give it? They didn't.
3rd and inches.
3rd and 1, they say, but it's now they're calling for a first down. Yep, now they call a first down.
I'm confused by that.
So am I, because it's not where the spot for a first down should have been. Interesting. All right, we're going to watch Ellison take the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle to number 49. He hits the hole hard. That's Morales, if I'm right, Peter?
Yep.
Molino, not Morales. Molino. Let's get that straight, man. Peter Molino, he's a big kid. He's been a good running back. He's hit some hard holes tonight. That Bonneville defensive line is tough. And they keep using Molino to hit that hole, weaken him up, so that the younger guys can come through, right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to loosen it. They'll give me a gain of a yard, so it's 2nd and 10. The first down mark being about the 6-yard line. Ellison with the ball, 2 backs in the backfield. He's going to roll around the right side of the field. Bonneville's in the backfield, and they're going to get him. Looks like that's number 4 and number 95 for the Bees.
Yeah, Jory Anderson, he's having himself a night right now.
And Michael Adamson, big number 95. Haven't seen him on the field tonight, so good for him.
Yeah.
He's coming off the field saying, whew, how winded.
Yeah, Anderson, that's now his 2nd sack of the night.
So, yeah, that's true. Jory, a good defensive back. He has been for a number of years. I've watched him. They'll be given a loss of, I think, 4.5 on that play. So, Ellison a little farther back, but plenty of field for him to throw that nice pass out to Watkins. He drops back. He's looking for his receiver. He's now going to tuck, and he does throw, but he throws it away, really. I don't know how that's not an intentional grounding, because there was nobody even close.
Well, there was, I believe it was one of the Kirkland brothers, but there was somebody there. He just overshot
I don't think he was within 5 yards, was he?
He overshot him.
Okay, if he threw high, that makes sense. Yeah, I'm watching the replay. He's running. He threw it 3 feet above the Kirkland. Well, you know what? If you're going to intentionally ground it, that's a good way to do it.
It's one way to sell it.
You bet. He sold it, and he sold it well. Nobody even pretended to look at it, an intentional grounding. But it is going to bring up a 4th and 14 for the Tigers. Big need to convert this, either for a first down or points. They'll take either one, I'm sure. Bees crowd beneath us, trying for something, and Ellison does a great job of mixing his cadence and brings the B players across the line. Been an encroachment penalty. They'll move 5 yards off, and it makes it 4th and 9, not 4th and 14.
It makes it a little bit more applicable. And I believe, is Bonneville taking a timeout? They are.
Huh. 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in the first half, second quarter here, first half of play. And I'm surprised by that timeout, but I guess he's got 2 for the half, right?
That's his last timeout.
For the half?
Yeah, he's already used 3.
So he's going to say our offense we're comfortable enough with that we can call a play and they can run it, but we want this defense to stop this so we can get the ball back.
Yeah. No,
okay.
Absolutely.
I don't know. I hate to see.
You'd think that if they got to stop here, that the clock would stop. So I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
What's the new rule on a running clock?
You can't have one until the 4th quarter.
All right, lights come on in the booth. Did you know that we had rosters in front of us?
Now what? I was just going off of memory.
And you got such a good memory. I was waiting for you to call it, man. All right, dusk falling here at Rapson Stadium as the Tigers on a big fourth down conversion. Ellison with one back by him, taking a long snap. He takes it. He's looking to pass. He makes the throw. He's got a receiver. They say no catch. He hit the ground before it bounced into him. I think that's the right call.
Yeah,
So Bonneville.
He threw it really low, and Kirkham wasn't able to catch that.
He wasn't. And you know what? He had a receiver. He didn't have to throw it that low because they had the first down. I'm watching the replay here, and it did. It bounced into his chest. Bonneville was on him, so they're trying to throw under to make it defendable. And Bonneville gets what they want. They'll get the ball now with 2 minutes and 51 seconds left to play. And they're at the 15-yard line. Fresh set of downs and even a kick if they have to, or see if they can't get some movement in under 3 minutes. Quick pass out. Hamilton to the receiver that's hit immediately. That's a nice hit by the Tigers. Number 15 for the Bees on the reception, Medrano. I was trying to see who made the hit because that was a solid hit.
It was number 1 on the Tigers, Parker Elliott.
Elliott, great hit there, the defensive back. Gain of about 6. Bonneville man in motion. They're gonna do that quick delay trap to Fabian, and the Tigers now they've got to be queuing on Fabian because they read that perfectly. Really no gain on the play. Was it Fabian or Train? It was Train. I apologize. Yeah, it was Train. I was thinking it was Fabian. It was Train. All right, we're going to try it again. 3rd and about 4.5. The Bees needing the first down. They try the same play, that trap up the middle. They're going to get the result that they needed as they come up the middle, and that is Fabian. And he's the guy that's tough to stop, and they showed that right there as he brings the ball down to the 31-yard line. And a first down, actually the 32-yard line, a first down for the Bees. And breathing room, probably more than anything else.
Yeah, and breathing room. Now they got to move a little bit faster.
Yeah, clock under 2 minutes now. They're back. They're looking to throw. They get a pass over the middle, and it almost picked off by the Tigers. In fact, he should have had that. That Tiger defensive back, that's number 21, Braxton Packer, right into his hands. I mean, he couldn't have been much better, and I think it surprised him.
Yeah, I thought Hamilton was going to be coming to this near sideline to Sakaguchi because he was wide open.
Sakaguchi was standing there with no one on him. How do you miss that?
He tried to go to the middle of the field.
Well, I'd look at Sakaguchi this play then. They put somebody on Sakaguchi, but he's blocking, so obviously it's a passing play. Oh, things getting a little frisky down there at the line as the IF player grabbed a hold of Sakaguchi's face mask and pulled him down. They didn't call it, and just a little friskiness. Tigers with a timeout now. They're trying to figure out it's 3rd and 10 for all intents and purposes. 1:27 left. That's the second timeout for the Tigers, too.
Yes, it is.
So timeouts all burned at this point in time. Second quarter, 14-0 lead by the Bees. And the Tigers just trying to stop it. I don't think they're looking to maintain clock or anything. They're just trying to stop it so they can get into the locker room and start making some coaching persuasions.
Yes.
As Matt Kelly, one of our broadcasting partners, likes to say.
That's what they need right now.
All right, it's homecoming tonight, so we will have a little bit longer halftime as they bring out the homecoming royalty and all of the festivities of homecoming. The marching band looks like they are prepared to show us some performing routines as well. So just be prepared. We'll have our halftime game up and running.
Mm-hmm.
And it won't be Josh going, wow, she's cute.
No, gosh, no.
All right, it's 3rd and 10. Bonneville needing the conversion here as they stack up the line. It looked like movement, and there is a flag. Okay. They don't get the first down, and there is a flag. And now a late hit. And boy, the Bonneville, it's lucky that was in front of the Bonneville bench because the Bonneville lineman looking to protect his running back who got hit late, pushing around down there, could have easily been an ejection at that point. So we're glad that they calmed things down or are trying to.
Yeah, so I think if they're going to get a hold on Bonneville, but then there's
I think it
also
was
a
motion.
late hit.
They were moving.
Well, they would have called it. They would have stopped it if it was.
That's true. You're right.
I think it's going to be a holding, and then it's going to be a late hit on the Tigers. So we'll see what.
Okay, but the late hit is a dead ball, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Well,
they'll move the ball back on the hold 10 yards, and then mark off the 15-yard late hit. Is that going to be a first down? 10 and
That's what
10.
they're talking
It's
about.
20. No, it won't be a first down. But they'll replay the down. The official making the call now. And an illegal shift by the Bees. That's 5 yards. A personal foul against the Tigers. So we're looking to see. They're going to repeat the third down. So they'll mark off the 5-yard penalty. Josh.
So they're going to replay the down.
Are they offsetting then?
I think they're going to offset it and make them replay
A
the third
late
down.
hit is a dead ball foul.
Oh, no, never mind. Correction.
Yeah, that's got to be a first down. Because if it's 5 yards back and 15 yards forward and it was 10 yards to the first.
Math.
The math. Yeah, I mean, it just wasn't making sense to me. So the officials realized the error of their ways. They moved the ball, put it down at the 42-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Bees. 1:20 to go. Hamilton back with the ball. He's looking. He's got a receiver. He connects with him. It's Train. Keaton Train. He makes the reception, but he had plenty of room to make the run, but he stepped out of bounds. And you can just see his frustration a little bit. He's just like, I had 30 yards. But it is a first down for the Bees, so they're moving the ball across midfield. It's at the 45 now.
He did stop the clock, though.
Minute
That
13.
is-
That's true. That's true. That's a good call. Had to stop it for the first down, though. All right. Bonneville again. Train in the backfield. Blocking now. Hamilton looking to throw. He's got a receiver mid. Oh, wow. He had Canyon Todd down there with step for step with an IF player.
I thought that was intercepted for a second.
It looked like it almost was. Todd almost caught it in. He didn't. It went out of his hands and into the hands of an IF player, and he couldn't hang on to it because he was falling backwards.
Yeah.
So lucky for Hamilton and the Bees on that one. If Keaton Todd or Canyon Todd could have brought that in, that would have been a big first down. All right, Hamilton back to pass. He makes a throw over to Sagaguchi, who doesn't bring it in. That's too bad. He was trying to make the catch and drag his toes like Watkins did, and the ball went out of his hands.
Yeah, they just need half a yard to get a first down. Or, excuse me, they need 10 yards.
10 yards.
I got the marker mixed up, but.
No, I can see what you're doing there. 1:03, so almost like Bonneville's trying to manage that clock so that they can get at least 2 shots at this first down and maybe a shot at the end zone. Man in motion, going to kick it out, trying to get that trap play, and they don't get really anything, maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, great job from big number 70, Landon Hatch again.
Yeah, that was Todd again. He hits that corner. If that corner's got any kind of a break on it, he's gone. And Hatch shut that down. So heads up play by Hatch. So 4th and 8, as now the Tigers have another timeout. So I guess the Tigers had one in their back pocket we didn't know about. 42 seconds left in the game, or excuse me, in the first half, And Idaho Falls trying to figure out how to shut down the Bees on a 4th and 8 at midfield. And Bonneville trying to figure out how to at least get a first down there at midfield and have a shot at the end zone before the clock runs out.
Yeah, I wonder if they're going to try to get their ball in their hands of their playmaker, Kenyon Todd, again. You know, he's mainly been rushing, but maybe try to get a screen pass, let him get some blockers out in front of them, maybe see if he can use his agility to get around and get this first down.
I like it if they set that screen pass up and it's not open. You know that they're going to collapse on that middle, and Sagaguchi will be wide open on this sideline. And Sagaguchi down here on the sideline, so Big fourth down. Tigers looking to make a defensive stand here, and the Bees looking to open it up a little bit. Hamilton back to pass. He's got a deep pass. He's throwing it. Sakaguchi's not going to make the catch, and just wasn't anywhere close. It'll be a turnover on downs. So the Tigers make a defensive stand, and with 35.6 seconds left in the first half, it'll be a Tiger ball at midfield.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity right now for the Tigers to get some points on the board. 35 seconds left. They have no timeouts, if I remember. Yep,
nope.
No timeouts.
No timeouts. But you know what? Ellison's got an arm.
Absolutely.
And you got Watkins, right?
You got the Kirkham brothers.
And the Kirkham brothers. I can see him launching, get time for 4 Hail Marys. And if not, at least a first down maybe. Probably can't go clear the distance that long.
I don't know if he's got a 60-yard cannon in him, but.
No, but those kids have wheels once they get the ball. They make a wise choice as they throw it out here to Kirkham. I believe that's Tayson Kirkham.
Trayden.
Tayson. No, it's Trayden. You're right. I got their names as to who had 18 and who had 19.
It's a first down now.
The younger brother, Trayden Kirkham. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. They can eat up 2 or 3 first downs. You've got plenty of room for 29.6 seconds. I don't know if you have plenty of time, but you have plenty of room. All right, Ellison back to pass. He's looking. He doesn't see what he wants, so he's going to just keep it and run out of bounds, and he does. Actually gets good yardage. I think he picked up 8 yards, didn't he?
It looks like it. It seems like it, at least.
And didn't burn that much off. 23 seconds left on the clock. I'm looking for the spot. They put it at the 36-yard line, so maybe not as many as I thought, but that's a 6-yard gain, I guess. Ellison has got twin receivers top and bottom of the screen, one back in the backfield. And he's out of the shotgun, takes a snap, fakes the handoff, looks to throw on the slant, and it well defended by the Bees. That was anticipated. That's the Bees number 14. Who is that?
Yeah, it's Riker Vale. Great job to get a hand in there to break that up.
Yeah, he really did. He came around. And I always worry when I see them front a receiver like that. They've got to know where that ball is, and they can get a hand on it, because if they don't, they just gave up a touchdown.
Exactly, yeah.
So it'll set up a third and about 4.5, honestly. 19 seconds to go, so Ellison trying to make a couple of quick plays and stop the clock. So I look for him to pass to the sideline. Long count here because the clock is stopped. He now takes the snap. He's back to pass. He's looking both ways. He's going to tuck. No, he's going to throw. He gets it at a nonsense catch, really. He caught it at the line of scrimmage. Molino steps out of bounds, but no gain. He was at the line of scrimmage.
Just trying to get his completion percentage up, it seems like.
He's looking for Scott. Well, he's a junior. He's got time.
He's fine. No, he thought he could make some room. Molino could make a move over there, but he really didn't have the room to make a move.
Well, so it sets up a 4th and 4.5 for the Tigers. The Bonneville trying to repay maybe the favor that the Tigers just a few plays ago, as they had a goal or a defensive stand and turned the ball over. And Tigers now on a 4th down, trying to figure out how to pick up the first down. Quick pass behind his receiver. He had 3 receivers and threw behind all 3 of them on a 4th down. That's a timing issue. He shouldn't have thrown behind them, because it'll be a turnover. The Bees will take over there at the 37-yard line. He does. He has 2 receivers and another receiver coming back on a button hook and misses him.
Yeah.
That's frustration at its best. So Bees will take over with 10 seconds left. Hamilton doesn't have the arm, so I think they'll just take a victory knee, don't you think?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
they do. And no need to risk banging somebody up when you don't have enough room or time to score. So that's going to take us into halftime. Homecoming here at Ravston Stadium. With time now run out, we're at halftime. It's Bonneville Bees 14, the Idaho Falls Tigers 0. We're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors as we look at some of our first half activities, and we'll be back in just a moment.
Make the memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Always entertaining and occasionally controversial, the East Idaho Prepcast covers every inch of District 5 and District 6 activities in Idaho.
Just think about this. The Highland Ram cheerleaders won their 14th 5A title in the past 15 seasons. And then they went on to win the national competition in California.
Hosted by Sean Kane, the East Idaho Prepcast features the biggest stories happening in your area. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click Prepcasts in the menu to get caught up on what you've been missing. Or check out each week's episode on the IdahoSports.com YouTube channel, Facebook page, or wherever you download podcasts.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Dear Detour, you asked us to measure up. So yeah, we did. When life slings you mud, sling it right back. Stay strong. Toyota Trucks.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Well, is Irmac really the best hospital for pediatric care? I mean, aren't all ERs the same?
Not all ERs are the same. Irmac's ER has been delivering high-level clinical care for over 3 decades. As a Level 2 trauma and burn center, Irmac is well equipped to handle pediatric injury and illness. All Irmac ER nurses have higher level pediatric certifications, and that's just not common in all ERs. And this expertise and experience is found only at Irmac.
A hit in the morning, another between class, after school, and more before bed. Vaping sucks you in quick. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems everyone's talking about. That's why thousands of teens are ready to take back their life their own way with My Life, My Quit. When you sign up with us, you'll get a free and simple quit plan that makes it easier to stop vaping. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
just announced the halftime royalty here at Ravston Stadium as the Idaho Falls Tigers, with their homecoming night, one of the football players, David Moore, crowned the homecoming queen. So multiple honors there for him tonight as we continue to watch the halftime entertainment. The Idaho Falls Tigers cheerleaders will take the field. I suspect we'll also see the marching band, as I don't see them in the stands any longer. We're just going to pause and let you watch the halftime entertainment. The Toronto Falls cheerleaders. We're going to fade away to some of our halftime sponsors. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome to our Next Steps Idaho halftime show. Thinking about what's next for your career or education? Next Step Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead. Josh, we're here at halftime. The Idaho Falls Marching Band just kind of finishing up their routine. The Bonneville Bees have come out on the field. It looks like we got about 8 minutes left on the clock, and they'll probably take every minute of that for the halftime show. We've already had the royalty. We've already had the cheerleaders. And by the way, the Idaho Falls Tigers running back, David Moore, he's been linebacker and a running back, the homecoming queen.
Oh, really?
I mean king. Not queen. Shoo, sorry. He's the king. Yeah, it's kind of fun to watch him out in his football uniform.
There you go.
So well-rounded young man, apparently.
Absolutely.
Been an interesting game thus far, Josh. Idaho Falls took that opening kickoff and really marched the ball all the way down. We thought they were going to score and turn it over on downs.
Yeah, they weren't able to get into there, and obviously they haven't gotten in yet as it's 0-14 at halftime. But they've been able to move the ball quite a lot, but they've had turnover and downs, turnovers, miscues on offense, and just those little things that you would expect Idaho Falls to have gotten better at.
Now their fourth game into the season.
Yeah,
you're absolutely correct.
Yeah, and I'm sure coming out of halftime they're going to see those things. They're going to see those plays that happened and be able to correct those. But those are the things that are stopping them truly from getting into that red zone, getting into the territory, even threaten to score early on in this game.
Absolutely correct. And the coaching staff at halftime had to be saying, look, there's three elements to us winning this game. Shut down Kenyon Todd.
Yeah.
Don't let him get those corners, which they had already pretty well corrected by the end of that first half. Make sure that Caden Fabian doesn't take that delayed trap up the middle for 15 yards. He did that a half dozen times. And make sure they continue to cover the passing game, because they've done a pretty good job of covering the passing game on Bonneville's receivers. They haven't been burned, I don't think, for any long ones yet.
Not yet.
So, this is what you're doing good on, but we've got to shut down those guys coming out of that line that are busting us for 15 yards at a shot. So the coaching staff's going to address that. Now for Bonneville, they've got that running game that's been working for them, and they have to know that there's going to be adjustments made. So how are they going to adjust that running play, or those plays, if you will, to continue to work, right?
Yeah, and I want to see them target their big tight end Sakaguchi a little bit more. He's got the size over everybody on that defensive front, and he definitely can get those jump balls and those type of things. But they're not really targeting. I want to say they targeted him maybe 2 or 3 times, just a couple of miscues.
Well, it's kind of a timing issue from what I can see, because Hamilton throws behind him or in front of him or over the top of him.
Yeah.
If those two could work together on timing issues with a target as big as him, what a way to keep that running game wide open.
Yeah.
Just hit Sakaguchi. He's come down the sidelines a half dozen times that they've missed him on.
Yeah.
If they'd have had him, it had been a touchdown. And on those slant passes, just that 10 yards down and then the slant pattern across the middle, he's been wide open again, probably that many times. So they need to look for Sakaguchi. If you can't have a tight end that good and that big and not connect with him, just like Watkins for the Tigers.
Yeah, no, exactly. And there's so many offensive weapons that this Bonneville team has that, yes, they're a running team, right? Yes, they lost their biggest star on offense last week to a horrible injury. But, Bonneville, they have the guys to step up, right? They have this three-headed monster almost at running back.
Great description. Great mythology here. That's best.
They got their lightning with Todd, and they got their power backs with Train and
Fabian.
And so they have the weapons. I want to see them what they can do to adjust when they can't use those. If Idaho Falls comes out and stops that.
The obvious answer to that is to open up your passing game.
Yeah.
So Hamilton I think he probably is lacking a little bit of confidence yet. This is his first year starting quarterback as varsity. He's a junior. Yeah, we are fourth game in. He should have his timing down, but it messes with you when you change personnel like they did, losing Tim Williams to injury last week. So maybe they haven't got that down. But man, if it's me, I'm tell you what, I'm going to get done with practice. I'm Hamilton. I'm going to say, Sakaguchi, I'll buy you dinner. you and I come work on timing routes for an extra hour. All week. I'll buy you dinner every night.
I'm down.
I know his dad, Owen, well, and I'm 100% sure that he'd spring for the bill.
Absolutely. And Sakaguchi is only a junior as well, so this would be good for next year's going into, looking forward.
Yeah, absolutely. So some issues they can work on. Timing is actually something you can develop in a game. Hamilton has to make sure he has plenty of time to throw. Thus far, the offensive line's created a good bubble for him. It really hasn't been rushed, I think maybe twice the whole first half. Whereas Ellison, he's had a couple of times that he's tucked and ran and picked up. I don't have the yardage sheet in front of me. I think Ellison probably has close to 20 yards rushing himself, just from missed plays as the pocket collapsed. He's rolled out half a dozen times and made a pass on the run. Not always successfully, but I mean, it shows his athleticism.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, he's been able to capitalize on that pocket collapsing, and thus far, Hamilton has been relying upon that pocket being there for him. So, if they can maintain that pocket, that's probably going to bode well for Bonneville.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, and it'll definitely go well for them, and they can just keep going forward with this game. Wasting the clock. I want to see longer drives out of them, and they can do that with the run game. Get those 8-minute drives that the high school teams can do.
The only thing that I worry about, we talk about the running game and eating the clock and managing the clock. It's only 14-0.
Yeah.
If we were 34-0, I'd say, yeah, do that all second half. Just eat it up. Let's go home. But 14-0, I mean, that's 2 touchdowns. That's doable. You and I sat here 2 or 3 years ago, I believe, on a Madison IF game that Madison was down, I think, 4 touchdowns. And in the last quarter, came back and won it by 1.
Wow. I don't know if I was on it, but
you must not have been on that one with me. But it was a blowout. We thought, well, Madison, just pack your bags and go home at halftime. And IF forgot to show up for the second half, and Madison just took it to them. It was a crazy comeback.
Well, speaking of comebacks, this Idaho Falls team, they can come back. They've proven it.
They did against Thunder. They won that in overtime.
They were down 21-7 at halftime. And so they were able to come back, tie the game on the very last play of the ball game, and go on and win it in overtime. So they have the possibility of coming back. They've done it before. They've seen this, and they just need to prove themselves over again, get the confidence again, and get the work. They really need to. They really have to step it up in many different aspects, and I know they will. I know they will. The coaching staff over there is great. Coach Duffin is definitely going to get them in shape and get them to know what they need to do.
Well, Bonneville coaching staff, we see the trainers down here working on, I can't see which player they're working on, but number 4, Jory Anderson, he's been their big defensive back. I hope it's just a cramp they're working on, but they are working in that calf area.
Yeah, he came up wobbly on probably one of the first or second plays on defense for him.
I know, I'm just watching the trainer work that calf, and he's pressing really hard with some I'm assuming, Bengay, penetrate, whatever it is they use now. But I've had them work on that calf, and that hurts, especially if you're cramping.
I love that. I have back home, my wife got me a calf massager that wraps around your calves. And
cool.
And it just goes to work. And
I'm coming to visit.
Oh, man, it's amazing. My wife gave me that for Christmas 3 years ago now, and I've used it so many times. It's one of those gifts that your wife knows that you'll use it, because my calves are just cramp up all the time.
Hey, what a great intro. As you see the Tigers come out on the field. Maybe you can't see them. I guess we're at the next steps phase. They're blinking the lights as they come out. What a cool thing. I love when high school sports kind of try to rip it up. Look at the lights on the poles.
Yeah.
This is cool. They've done a good job here. Good job, IF.
Yeah, you should, during the Skyline and Idaho Falls game, which
the
is
Emotion Bowl next week.
Which is next week.
We'll be on that. Not you and I, but Idaho Sports will be on that.
When they get going, if they're at nighttime, the lights going on, crowds packed, and it's a crazy scene, a crazy atmosphere.
Well, the Emotion Bowl, one of the top 10 nationwide rivalry games.
It should be. I mean, for this town, last year, I usually get to a game about hour and a half before every game, probably around that hour mark mainly. I got here about an hour and a half last year. I couldn't find anywhere to park.
No.
I had to park about 5 streets over.
This isn't exactly a section of town you want to park 5 streets
and walk here. And, they had vendors here. They had food trucks. It was an all-day event. It was on a Saturday. It was
Yeah, I love that they do it on a Saturday.
Oh, man,
I think that's cool.
It was such a great atmosphere to be around.
Yeah, it's fun. I've called that Emotion Bowl before, and it's really a good time. Well, we're getting ready to start the second half, so that's going to bring us to the end of our Next Steps halftime game. Thanks for watching Next Steps Idaho halftime show. Thinking about what's next for your career or education? Next Steps Idaho can help bring you closer to the life you want to lead. And we're here at Ravston Stadium, getting ready to power up for the second half of a 14-0 lead for the Bees over the Tigers. Just a minute before we start here, so we'll recognize our power boosters again. For the Bees, it's Teton Auto Group, Winning Solutions Marketing. And for the Tigers, it's Teton Auto Group again and Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. Our thanks to these fine sponsors for helping bring this game to you so you can enjoy it from the wonderful part of home. Although it is a fun atmosphere to be live here, high school sports in Idaho. As the Tigers line up, they'll be kicking off the ball to the Bees receiving as we get ready to start the second half of an exciting crosstown action game. So the winner is temporary gains bragging rights because IF beat Thunder. If Bonneville can beat IF, they'll have bragging rights until we find out who wins the Emotion Bowl and if Bonneville can beat them. Bonneville takes the kick. It's going to be taken. Oh, it could go all the way. It may be as the Bees, number 34, Keaton Train, takes the kickoff all the way to the house. And that is an exclamation point, Josh.
Yeah, and the blocking just lined up perfectly for him.
You know what? That half step, there was a block there, and he hit that and was half step past it. And just blew by. There wasn't anybody within 10 yards as he went across that goal line. That hurts if you're IF. If you're Bonneville, you go, yeah!
And that's what we wanted right there, some more offense.
That's exciting. If you're a Tiger fan, I apologize. It's fun to watch in high school sports. I don't care which team's doing it, to see a run back like that and the pure athleticism from the blocking to the running. It's fun. Bonneville now trying to make the two-point conversion. They do not make it as Keaton Todd takes it out of the Wildcat and tries to hit the corner. He doesn't. He's a half step back from the pylon. So the score's going to stand 20-0. Bonneville Bees now taking the kickoff return, coming out of halftime back for a touchdown. And now they'll kick off to the Tigers, almost as if the Tigers are getting the kickoff for the second half.
How about Idaho Falls returns the favor? Let's see
there.
Let's see
go. That would be. You know what? They've got the wheels to do it. I think they're going to have both of those Kirkham boys back there to receive, and they certainly can do it without question. It'll be fun to watch. All right, folks. Those of you watching our field, our apprentice cameraman, Dallas, running the camera tonight. He's trying to grow up and be just like Dad. And tell you what, we'll take him on the team. Thanks, Dallas. We love it.
He's doing a good job, huh? Last week he did a couple drives by himself. He's only 4, so bear with him. I'm helping him out.
We teach him young here in Idaho, folks. Besides that, he's a good kid. We really like having him with us. Bonneville has that interesting kickoff where they pretend like they're going to squib no matter what kick they do. If they go for the actual kick, then they'll go to the ball and then fan back out. They're going to go with a squib, I think, and they do. Goes over the head of the Tigers, but comes down in the hands of the Tigers. And I think that's Hatch again, isn't it? Yeah, it is Hatch. He must be their All-State good hands guy.
That's why he's on the hands team.
Yeah, definitely. He followed that ball up in the air like it was a center field catch. It bounced, and he took it and fell on it. Somebody's taught him well.
Yes, don't run with it.
Exactly.
Just get down.
Your job isn't to score touchdowns. It's to secure possession. So the Tigers at the 20, certainly good field position for them as they start this second half of play for them. They're going to send all their receivers, one back in the backfield, all the receivers Ellison looking to pass. He throws. He's got a receiver. Makes the catch, but he's brought down immediately. Is that Ellison to... Looks like that is Taylor Carden makes the catch. Taylor Parks on the stop for the Bees. He was right there. Only a gain of 3 on the play, but the right play because they threw and they connected to the receiver, which is what we want. You want to see that offense. It's working, the connection, maybe only 3 yards, but now they can expand it out, and it keeps that running game possibility up the middle open. So they're going to set up with twin receivers, top and bottom, blown back in the backfield. They're going to hand it off. That's Molina. Molina now has a hole, and he'll pick up the first down and then some. That's the correction they made at halftime as they figured out how to do that. And Molino takes it down to the 40. Well, I guess they don't give him the 40. They give him the 38-yard line, but certainly plenty of room for a first down. Not a run back, but a first down. That's enough.
that was a really patient run from Molino there. He was able to just take a break for a second and maybe find a hole and be able to go in there and hit that hole.
I'm impressed. He's taken a lot of hits tonight as he kept hitting that hole the first half, and there was nothing there, and he opened that one up and just looked nice. They're going to try it again on the other side. Doesn't quite go the same way as the Bees read it. And number 42, Koa Herrickfield, comes right in from that linebacker spot. And just a little personal upfront hand-to-hand introduction.
Yes, absolutely.
And I'm sure it wasn't, I'm pleased to meet you. So no gain on the play. Kind of fortunate because Herrickfield could have dropped him for a yard or 2 loss. So heads up for Peter Molino as he pushed it forward to get at least back to the line of scrimmage. And it'll be a second down. They're going to drop back a pass across the middle. They make the receiver, doesn't make the catch. That is Molino.
No, that's one of the Kirkham boys, I
was
believe.
It Kirkham? Oh, it was. I saw the 9. I thought it was 49. It's 19. My apologies to the Kirkham family. That's Taysom Kirkham. Wonder if he's named after Taysom Hill. Couldn't be.
No, he couldn't
be.
No.
Yeah, you'd have to, even if he's 16, Taysom's, I guess he's from Pocatello. Maybe they know him.
He's almost 30. I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'm going to name my son after a 15-year-old kid.
yeah. Valid point. All right, trips to the bottom of the screen. Ellison back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. Oh, he really missed it.
No, it got tipped. It got tipped by number 20, Mason Park, and he got a fingertip on the ball, and that's what got it out of.
Well, he had Kirkham wide open right here, about 10 yards, 15 yards deep, wide open. Could have had a great connection. But you're right. I guess he was wide open as well. Park really saved the day there. Nice job, Park family. A lot of strong Park kids going through the Bonneville program over the years. He's maintaining that tradition, apparently. All right, so a big 4th and 10, and the Tigers in the punt formation, which, given the score and the field position, I would hate to see them fake it unless they made it, I guess. They don't. They're going to kick it. Kick's going to get a IF bounce right out of – does it go out of bounds or did it –
It went out of bounds, yep.
Didn't go out where I thought it did, though, did it?
35, roughly? Nope.
Oh, he's walking back. Okay, so they take it back to the 38, say it went out of bounds there. I couldn't tell because it was bouncing right down the sideline. And I'm like, man, that's the best punt I've ever seen. Nobody goes near it, and it just rolls down the sideline. So the Bees will take over at the 38, a fresh set of downs. Really the only set of downs they've had this second half is they took the opening for a kickoff return. Todd's going to take that ball. He's going to hit that corner after the hole was filled, and I think he'll get enough for that first down as he takes it out to midfield. I'm just impressed. That young man, his hole was filled, and instead of spinning, he just kind of juked around his blocker and took off. Man, how old is he?
He's just bouncing around. He's just bouncing, getting around his defensive back, getting around his blocks, and picking up positive yards.
He's only a junior as well. This Bonneville team well-positioned to be a solid team again next year, too. They keep improving because Williams, the young man that got injured last week, was, I think, the only senior that we've seen getting tons of action. So could be interesting. Bonneville now Going to give that delayed handoff, and it's going to go down. See,
Nice
that's the
tackle.
correction. The Tigers. Hats off to the coaching staff for IF, because that delayed trap was good for 10 yards to 15 yards last half, the first half, and they've shut it down both times they've ran it this half. So
yeah, Braxton Packer was the one on the.
I like that
on the
He's the
on the stop there.
2nd and 11 now for the Bees. They put a man in motion out of the backfield. He's open. They throw over the middle. It's caught, not for a big gain, probably only a gain of 3 to 4 yards. Canyon Todd caught it in the middle, but he was surrounded by trees.
Yeah, they were trying to set up a screen pass here, and the blocks didn't get set up for him, and it was a great job from Idaho Falls to.
Yeah, you're right. The guy just penetrated. They had blockers out in front of him, and the linebacker came in and just read that play. He saw that it was a screen and took the running back out. Well executed. There's that delayed trap again, and the Tigers again are going to read it well. Gain of 3 on the yardage. So that's going to set up a 4th and 5. I think Bonneville's going to have to punt.
Yeah, Carson Aglin was able to get a paw on him and be able to just slow him down a little bit until his teammates got there.
The one thing I'm nervous about is I noticed that each of these plays they've reached up and grabbed him by the shoulder pad. I always worry about somebody getting injured that way. Bonneville will set up in the punt formation and gets the punt away. Nice punt.
It was a scary punt. It could have just landed in his teammate's back.
It's going to go into the end zone. They're not going to be able to do it. Oh, they did it. Oh, my goodness. Who was that masked man? Number 15 for the Bees jumped into the air and kicked the ball back. That is Mateo Medrano. What an athletic play. I thought it was gone. He pushed it back at the 1 yard line.
Oh, my goodness.
That's fun to watch. I hope you were able to watch that. That was a blast to see him just push it back. That's a college NFL type of move, and he did it well. IF being at the 1 yard line puts them in a really tough position. You don't want to draw back and pass. You want to try to open up the running game to give you some breathing room, because you don't want a safety at this point. Ellison with one back in the backfield, probably his protection back. Oh, and he wasn't ready for the play, so he throws it away. What a heads-up move by Ellison. That ball literally hit him in the stomach while he was looking away. He grabbed it and threw it on a quick pass, knowing that was his only option. He didn't want to look around for anything. He didn't have time to recover. You can't have those kind of mistakes down there, Josh.
No, you can't have those mistakes at all, especially at the 1 yard line.
Yeah.
If that had gone out of the end zone, if he didn't catch it, it's a safety. So
true. At least it hit him in the breadbasket.
Yeah.
But you could tell it startled him. I had my binoculars on him just to see what's going to happen in that backfield, and he was literally looking at his tight end when that happened. So I'm going to say heads up. I mean, good job, Ellison. What an athletic recovery. He has 2 backs in the backfield now. He's going to hand off to one of them. He's got in the backfield. It's going to be a safety. I'm waiting for the call. Now the official makes the call. It is a safety. Bonneville will get the 2 points as literally nowhere to go. The Bees were in the backfield as Molino took the snap, and he literally had 2 guys on him 3 yards deep.
Yeah, great job. It just looked like every single defender was in the end zone at that point.
And literally, they read it perfectly. They knew which side it was coming to. I don't know if they scouted that position and knew which side they were coming to. But if you're a Tiger, that is not what you wanted to see happen. If you're a Bee, you're thinking, yes, this half's going our way.
Yes.
So the 2-point conversion failed for the Bees, but they get the 2 points off of the safety. And what's more for the Bees, under safety rules, the Tigers will have a free kick and give the ball back to the Bees. So Medrano got to be on our thought processes at this point for the player of the game, just based on that one play.
Yeah.
Turning things way big deal.
Aren't safeties then going into a kick? That's like one of the most fascinating rules. Hey, if I get a safety, you're going to kick the ball back to me after I score points.
And I get points off of that.
Yeah.
it's devastatingly heartbreaking, and it destroys morale on the team. It gets us a safety called on them. For the other team, it's like biggest adrenaline push you can have.
Yeah.
In my career, I remember having a safety, blocking a punt in the end zone, and we got a safety.
There
One of my
you go.
teammates recovered it, and I thought I was 9 feet tall.
Well, blocking a punt, that should have been a touchdown.
I'm trying to remember. Maybe he went out of the back of the end zone. I can't remember, but I remember it was a safety. All right, the Tigers kicking it. Recovered by the Bees. Bobbled by the Bees.
Oh, my goodness. Okay.
And they're not going to get anything. Oh, they do get something out of that. How? I don't know. Kenyon Todd recovers it. He'll pick up 5 yards that he would have never had. That kid's an athlete. Holy cow. I thought he was going to fall on it the way he was kind of kicking around with his feet there. And he picked it up and came back this way. He ran about 25 yards, but only picked up 5.
Yeah, he took his time picking up the ball. Freaked me out a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard on my heart. I wished he'd stop that. Get too excited. So the Bees at the ball at the 35 will have a fresh set of downs. It didn't work out for them last time too well. They're going to have the pitch out to Todd. Todd's dancing around trying to get it to go. He doesn't get the break that he wanted, but still picks up probably 6 yards. Kid's just an athlete. I love watching him run the ball. It looks like they give him 5 yards, not 6. So just 5. But that's not 5 yards on the first down. You can't really complain, can you?
No, absolutely not. That's exactly what you're looking for a first down play.
Yeah, take 5 yards. Bonneville at the line again. The two backs, one goes in motion. It looks like it's Todd. They're going to cross handoff up the middle, and it's not going to go anywhere, really. Oh, he fell forward for a gain of 2. Huh. All right. That's what's called a big tackle in front of you.
That's a new running back right there. That's number
Jones.
7, Jackson, Maddox Jones.
Yeah, Maddox Jones. I think he played some of the JV game last night. I thought I saw his name. He's a pretty good athlete himself.
Did you come
Maddox.
watch the game last night?
I did.
Nice.
I did. Actually called the game.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. All right, lone backfield as Hamilton back. He's got a receiver. It's tipped. But that's a dangerous pass because he had a receiver coming over the slant, but the Tiger was step for step with him. I mean, you got to thread that needle, and it wasn't threaded.
Yeah, it was really confusing who he was going to because he did have a couple receivers.
Had a short route receivers for the first down that he should have looked at, and he went over the top. He should have. On a third down play, you don't go for the gusto when you're 4th and 4. And they're going to kick now. They're not going to risk the Tigers having great field position. And maybe they're just going to send Medrano down and say, do it again. Tigers going to take the kick, though. There's a flag as they just held the Bees. This guy's going to probably run it back, and it'll all come back. That's disheartening, and that's a out-of-bounds hit. That should have been a flag, too. That's one of the Kirkham boys. It looks like it's number 18. Just going to look. They literally, boy, that's a hold. They're going to bring it all back, and that's painful. Trading Kirkham. So not only does he not get huge field position, but now they're going to take it from the spot of the foul, which is right about the 20, and they'll mark that back 10 yards, won't they?
That they will.
So that'll put it close to the 10 if I'm reading the field right.
Your math is pretty good.
Well, you always have to wonder which flag are they using for the spot, because the flags were about 3 yards apart. So, but it looks like they did take the one at the 20, so they'll put it at the 10.
Looks like that education is wearing off on you.
All that graduate school finally paying off.
Finally. 30 years later, it's finally doing something.
30, you're generous. Thanks, buddy.
Wait, that's got to be right.
Your math needs some improvement.
I haven't gone to graduate school.
All right, the Tigers with the ball. Ellison in a lone backfield trips to the bottom of the screen. Lone receiver to the top. He looks at the lone receiver right on the sideline. He gets the catch and steps out of bounds. Are they trying to manage the clock or just get a catch and run?
I think they just want offense. I think that right now they just want to move the ball down. So those short
Gain
passes.
of 6. I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, once again, that's a pause. That's a great first down play.
Yeah, Taylor Carden again on the catch. Second time they've looked at him now. I don't understand why they're not looking at Watkins, though. Yeah, what you can't see over the microphone is Josh is over here with his hands in the air going, I have no idea.
I've said this for a couple games now.
Yeah, when you have a tight end like that, holy cow. Well, he's not even a tight end. He's a wideout. And he now is coming over the middle. The ball is thrown out. It's caught, and the Tigers doing a great job of a catch and run as they move the ball across to the 33 and a first down. So Molino making the catch just about 3 yards from Ellison, really, and comes around that corner, and he picks up the first down in what, if Bonneville had made good tackles, would have been a loss and a big third down. And now it's a first down, fresh set of downs, and they're in comfortable field position, not back at the 10.
Yeah, Molino right there is just showing his athletic ability. You know, just make one cut, go back up the field to gain, 10, 15 yards there.
I'm pretty impressed. He's a good little athlete, and he can take the hits. He's had them, and he's shown us that he can go. Molino again with the ball, again goes through the middle. And you know what? That middle that the Bees shut down in the first half, they are not shutting down in the second half. And Molino's making them pay as he just picks up a good 8-yard gain on that. Not quite sure what's going on. Is the Bonneville coaching staff out on the field?
There's a lot going on there. You got their Bonneville teammates trying to hold each other back.
You got a little temper going?
Yeah, there's some words being said right there, and that's what the coach is trying to point out, that, hey, my guys, they're holding everywhere.
I'm sure it was let's go for root beer floats after the game.
Spot on.
Yeah. Maybe that was what we should do. All right, Ellison with one back in the backfield. He's going to hand it off. And I think that's probably Molino again, but Bonneville does a good job of reading it. Probably back to the line of scrimmage. Are they going to give him forward progress? They do give him forward progress. He's going to get a first down.
Here we go. Now,
there we go.
Their first drive of the game, they were able to do this.
Yeah. This is their second first down of this drive, so you're right.
So they're moving the ball now. They got rhythm.
Ball's at the 39, so they're looking at midfield for their next first down. That running game really saving them here is Molino making them pay every time he picks up that ball. He didn't get much that time, but he got the 2 yards needed for the first down. Ellison now has a receiver. He picks up the Kirkham boy, I apologize. Trayden Kirkham makes the catch for 10-yard gain. That's going to be another first down as they put the ball right at the 49-yard line.
And that was that timing we saw right there. They didn't really have that as, Kirkham, he was able to sit down in that zone, and Ellison was finding him perfectly, just timed and great throw right there.
Boy, and when you say sit, you're right. He just stopped, sat there, and his defender was 5 yards away because he stopped.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to make the catch. You don't have to worry about timing and the thunder coming in to hit.
Yeah.
First down, fresh set of downs for the Tigers. Again, hand off to Molino. Molino's going to take that corner. See where he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be a gain of 8.
This is a whole different Idaho Falls team.
This offense
drive.
Is,
This is drive. If Idaho Falls could do this every single drive, this Idaho Falls team would be incredible, right? They have the athletes. They have the quarterback who's very accurate. He's going to throw the ball down the field. He
and
is
can
not
run,
afraid to do that.
So he's a threat, yeah.
Yeah, and this drive right here, they're in rhythm. They're nonstop. They're going. There's no slow. They're getting what they need to do.
Maybe this is what they needed at halftime to get everything under control. Ellison's now going to go with Molino in motion, but he throws over the middle.
Nice
He's
catch.
going to get a beautiful catch. Who is that by?
That's Easton.
Is it? It is. Yep, Easton. Watkins finally getting another catch, but enough for the first down as the ball now at the 39-yard line of the Bees. And the Bees defensive coaching staff probably having to look at it and say, all right, what's our adjustment? Because they're killing us here.
Yeah, no, I want to see Molino get this ball again because he's had success right here.
He really has, and it's a first down. Why not give it to him and let him punch out 7-8 yards? Ooh, there's a little bit of movement. Got it to Kirkham. Kirkham's going to take it. He could go. He's going to get the first down and then some as he takes it down to the 25-yard line. You know what?
I'm
impressed with these guys.
It was an RPO. You know, they could have given it to Molino, but they had the slot guy come out for a pass there, and great read from Ellison.
And they're playing a 6-yard cushion on him, and then the receiver, actually the safety ran in to go after the quarterback, and he was wide open. So great move. And Bonneville now upset about something. They're going to call a timeout. Probably upset at his defense. We're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors to pay the bills. We'll be back in just a couple of minutes.
At all our local Teton dealerships, we're committed to our no problem philosophy.
No problem means we'll find it, not we don't have it.
No problem means the same fair prices that we've always offered on our new vehicles.
Because when you shop with us, it's always no problem to buy and service your vehicles.
Back here at Rabston Stadium for homecoming night as the Tigers now mounting a pretty good drive inside the Bees almost red zone as Ellison back to pass. He gets crunched as he throws it, but there's a receiver, doesn't make the catch. Boy, those two guys were real close. We were looking to see if there's a PI. No flags fly.
I think there was a pass interference. The receiver had to go back for the ball, and the corner did not turn his head at all.
That should be a call if he didn't turn his head. He did have his head turned, but he turned back to look at the receiver. I don't know.
It's a close call.
Yeah. Again, I say this probably at least once a broadcast. That's why I'm in the booth. They're on the field.
Exactly.
They have better eyes, closer angle.
I will never be a referee. I can never do it.
We're so grateful for them. He's put up with so much, and tonight's officiating crew's done a great job. So.
Absolutely.
Ellison with a pass. He's got a receiver, the Kirkham brothers, over the middle. He's going to be wrapped up, but his forward motion is going to be a good gain. Again, that's number 18, Trayton Kirkham. What a night he's having.
Absolutely.
He's got to be in running for player of the game if the Tigers can pull this one off.
Yeah, he has. He's gotten a lot of targets over there, and I want to see. I haven't. We're not keeping exact stats over here, but he's got to be up there with catches and doing what he needs to do.
So it's going to set up a 3rd and 1. I thought he picked up the first down, but they say he's a yard short. You know what? Call me crazy, but give the ball to Molino. 1 yard. The kid's picking up 7-8 a carry. Just let him pound through. They don't. He's going to go into motion. They will give him a pass, though, and he'll get the first down as he takes it to the 15, the 10. He's going to get in. He does get in. No, they say he stepped out of bounds at the 2. I think he went in.
I think he got in too, but
I didn't see him stepping out of bounds. I'm not the official. You just got through hearing me say I support the officials. But holy cow, I didn't think he was that close. Oh, he did. The replay shows that he did step out. Great call. See? The officials. Officials got the call right. Amazing. I know.
And we have a privilege of a little bit of a delay on our stream that we can see a replay. Yeah. They can't do that.
They can't. And they had the right call. Have to eat crow. I thought he made it in without stepping out, but he planted that foot as he planted 2 yards away from the end zone, and that planted out of bounds. So now at the 2-yard line, the Tigers with 1st and goal. They're just going to roll out. Ellison looking for a receiver. He's got one in the end zone. He overthrows him, and it goes out of the back of the end zone. So that's going to be an incomplete pass, and it'll go 2nd and 2 to go. 2 minutes, 49 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. The Tigers really just moving the ball from the 10-yard line. They've gone all the way down the field, now at the 2-yard line. So almost a 90-yard drive.
Yeah, almost.
If they can complete it now with the 2 yards, they'll have a 90-yard drive. And good ball. We've seen a balanced play between running and throwing and catching. And certainly I was surprised at that rollout play when he's got the I formation backfield. He's under center. He's going to now hand it off. They'll take it up the middle. Bonneville catches him in the backfield. Morales with the ball, but he's caught by the Bees. Riker Vale. Riker just grabs him. It's going to be a loss on the play. Move the ball back to the 6-yard line. So loss of 4. Still plenty of room. 3rd down. Plenty of room to make a completion from here.
Yeah, this is always one of the hardest, areas of the field for any football team, any level of football team to score is down in the red zone. And I really want to see them, as they're going to do, is spread the offense out. This is where they had success. They have so many more options here.
Well, Bonneville looks like they're playing a goal line stance line. And Ellison back in the shotgun instead of from under center. Takes the snap. He drops back. He's got a receiver. I think he's going to get the catch.
Yep.
He does. He gets the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
That was a great timing right over there, and great catch over there from Cordon.
Yeah,
or Carden.
Carden. Tyler, is it Tyler? Is that right? Yeah, Taylor. Taylor Carden. Great move as he turned himself so that no one could defend it, and he just slid to his knees, and he made sure that ball was on the top side of him as he slid his back underneath it. Heads up play, great play, and the Tigers now on the board, 6-22. As they will set up for an obvious 2-point conversion. At least I think it's obvious.
Yes.
With 2 minutes left, we're at the 2-minute mark of the 3rd quarter. Ellison out of the shotgun. He's going to roll around to the right side. He's being tested. He's going to go down. It's going to be no dice as the Bees just collapse on him. Ellison, he felt that one. They help him up, and that hurt and a little frustration, but he's kind of limping. I hope he's okay. He's a good kid, a good athlete. I hate to see anybody hurt as he just kind of gingerly walks. He's limping. I think, I'd limp too. I want to make it seem that it wasn't a bad read or anything like that.
No, but what a drive right there from Idaho Falls. Obviously, their best drive of the night, but not just because they got points, but because they were able to do something. You had the combination of running and passing and being able to just have the confidence of timing routes we've been talking about all night. So great job from Idaho Falls, and I hope to see that in the next drive.
And they punched it in.
Yeah.
Let's not forget that. They actually scored because they showed us that same ability in the first drive of the game and then floundered right at the down by the goal line. So the Tigers now will be kicking off 22-6. The Bees up over the Tigers on their homecoming night, the Tigers' homecoming night. And the Bees will receive it. The Bees haven't been able to do anything on their last 2 possessions after taking it back to the house on the opening kickoff and then getting a safety as they pinned the Tigers down at their 1 and then caught them in the backfield or the end zone. So it'll be interesting to see if Bonneville will kind of shake off their, jitters or overconfidence as they went up 20-0, but now need to get it together. They bobble it again. Is that Todd? That is Todd. And he's just running east to west. He's not going to get very far, but he does get back out to about the 12. A lot of players going down. One of the Tiger players slow to get up, and he's hurting. Giovanni Canales, Giovanni Canales, shaking a little bit on that play, but he's shaking it off, and he's staying in the game. Good for him. As Bonneville at their own 12-yard line now, needing to show some offense and get out of a hole, or the Tigers will return the favor and try to get a safety, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
2 backs in the backfield for Hamilton as he's in the shotgun. He's going to delay trap it to Canyon Todd, and Todd really not much there. He's going to pick up 3 yards as the entire Idaho Falls Tigers defense collapsed on that. I think the only one not in that play was the safety and the 2 corners. So did they mark it as 3? Yep, picks up 3. 7 yards to go. Our broadcast booth up here tonight has this wall that cuts off everything from the 30 for me. So I'm watching the down to go off the scoreboard. I missed that carry, Josh. Tell me what we got.
No, it was Fabiano with a carry over his left side.
34, that is not.
Oh, that's not.
That's Train.
Train, excuse me.
Yeah, Keaton Train. Caden Fabiano. Fabian, not Fabiano, Fabian. We got to stop.
Were you saying Fabiano?
Probably.
Oh, boy. I am so sorry.
Lo siento. All right, the Bees now with a 3rd and 3 and a big 3. They've got to get this conversion to keep this game where it needs to be for them. They're going to hand it off up the middle again. Todd. Ooh, Keaton and Canyon. I'll get coming and going, but we got Canyon Todd on the carry. He'll get the first down for them as he takes it to the 26-yard line. Not what they were getting in the first half, but certainly enough to get the first down. And I think they'll just let the clock go as we're just under 30 seconds, and now they come to the sideline showing that's what they will do as we run the 20 seconds off the clock to make it the end of the third quarter. So after 3 complete quarters of play here at Ravston Stadium on homecoming night for the Tigers, it's Bonneville Bees 22, the Idaho Falls Tigers 6. We're going to fade away for some commercial sponsors. We'll be right back.
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Valley-wide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valley-wide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome back to Ravston Stadium. Play already in progress as Hamilton throws over and connects to his big tight end, Sakaguchi. Finally, but a short gain as he only picks up 4 yards. I missed the marker. I was looking at the line of scrimmage thinking that was the first down marker. Thought we had a first down, but just a gain of 4.
No, and that's
gain of 3 actually. They say now.
That's the first time he's gotten targeted
this half.
This half.
Yeah, they should be targeting him a lot more. All right, back in motion. They can pitch out again to Todd. Todd's going to take it up the middle. He cuts the corner. He's got his wheels going. He probably won't get all the way, but he will get some yardage as he reverses and picks up another 10 yards. He takes it to the 34-yard line of the Tigers. That hurt for the Tigers.
Wow,
He opened it up and just went bananas.
Yeah, dancing around in the backfield a little bit. Made one man miss, dropped down, and just picked up.
He, in fact, dodged 2 tacklers as we look at the replay. A great move by Todd. Man, that kid, I don't know. If I'm a college scout, I'm looking at him going, how big is he?
Yeah.
He looks undersized, but certainly overperforming. And going to take it up the middle again. I'm trying to see who that is. Can you see it, Josh?
I believe that is
35.
Is that Train? That's Train.
It is Train. What a great move. Train powers through. I'm going to have to stick my head out the window of the press box here so we can see the ball at the 17-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10 for the Bees. So they now moving it after that big gainer by Todd, setting themselves up in the red zone and the ability to take a score and really control of this game. They go up the middle again Train. And again, the Tigers collapse on him, but he will probably pick up a gain of 4 yards. Maybe 4. I'm trying to see where they spot it. We got a Bonneville player that's slow to get up. The officials stop it, and he goes back down. Hate to see that. He's one of the offensive linemen.
Oh, it looks like just a cramp. Well, not just a cramp, but a cramp.
Yeah, say just a cramp when you've got one.
I've had many cramps.
Brendan Briggs, the big offensive line, number 60, is the one with cramps. We're going to fade away to some commercial sponsors while they look at him, and we'll be back in a moment.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text StartMyQuit to 36072.
Welcome back to Rafston Stadium. Bonneville with the ball, driving towards the end zone. Hamilton with a quick kick, or the quick pass out to Todd. Todd just powers through. His agility is going to take it down very close to a first down mark. I think they're going to get it as he's right at the 5-yard line. Waiting for the official to sign. There's no way it's not a first down. Now they do. First down, first and goal from the 5 for the Bees. That injured Bonneville player Briggs, I think, already just went back in, didn't he?
Sure did. Yep.
Yep. They need him. He's a power, just a power man. They're going to take the ball. Looks like it's Todd out of the Wildcat, and boy, IF reads it like a book, and there's like 10 of them in the backfield.
I'm pretty sure that was the homecoming king himself right there.
Was it?
It was
Moore?
David Moore, yeah.
All right. We call him King Moore now.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you're right. King Moore.
Not David, it's King. He'll probably remember that play just as much as he remembers that he got King. Get a sack as they move the ball now back at the, which yard line? 10? The 9-yard line, so a loss on the play. Second down, Bonneville needing to get into the end zone and score here for the score. There's no first down mark. And a little confusion as they look to the sidelines for the play. Hamilton looks at his wrist, audibilizes, and he's got to hurry. He's running out of time, frankly. Gets the play off. He throws. He's got a receiver, but it's going to be an IF Tiger who pulls the ball down and makes the interception. And a turnover by the Bees. No score. That's number 5 for the Tigers, who makes the interception. Just went to his knees.
It was
Matt Zeal.
It was a miscommunication because they had the big tight end up top, but he was trying to run an out route when he was in the quarterback.
It was an in throw.
Yeah, when a quarterback was going in, or even trying to get him a jump ball.
Well, jump ball he wins. That was about the only place he didn't win.
Yeah.
It was where he threw it. So a miscue by Hamilton with the big tight end Sakaguchi, and the Tigers now stave off a score and an opportunity with 9 minutes and 28 seconds to take the ball down the field and maybe score again and try to be back in this game.
Yeah, here we go. They had
Who knows?
They had their best drive of the night so far. Their last time they had the ball. Let's see if they can keep doing that.
They just have to be careful and not take too much time to do so because they got to score twice. They're going to hand it off. Molina takes the ball, powers through, probably picks up a good 6-7 yards. 6, it looks like. Molina, after being shut down that first half, has really had a great second half. Yeah. Totally love what I see from him. Bonneville needing to, I guess, group back together and find out what was working the first half, but not now. Trying to see what changes. Have they made any changes to that defensive line? Doesn't look like it. Belknap's still at nose guard. Ellison, lone man in the shotgun backfield, drops back to pass. He's got a quick pass off. The catch is made. Fumble on the field.
Are they going to say this was a
and
call?
others say it's a no catch.
They're going to have to talk about this one.
Well, I got to watch the replay on that because that looks like he caught it, and then the defender ripped it out of his hands. Be interesting to see what we see here on the replay. That's a catch.
Yeah, that's a
catch.
That's a catch.
Officials don't have a replay, but that is an absolute catch.
Yeah, he made a football move to try to get up the field.
Yep. That's all the criteria, too. He caught, made a step, and the defender just came in and really didn't intend to, but with a hit, ripped it out of his hands, and Bonneville recovered, but they call it a no catch. Ellison drops back, another quick pass. Throws it out, same play, and Bonneville reads it. They were trying to get one of the two Kirkham brothers. They were both together. Figured if it went through the hands of one, it'd get caught by the other. Didn't, because Bonneville was right there with their hands in the mix as well.
Yeah, the junior linebacker, number 9, Ryan Haywood, was the one that got his hand on the ball to break up that pass.
Haywood's a big kid. He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall, he's big, he's stocky.
Yeah, and he's a good kid. Parents are personal friends of mine.
Good.
So I like what I see. IF going to go for it deep in their own country with a 4th down and, 4th and 6. So they're confident that they can pick up that 6 and get the first down. They throw over the middle, and it's defended by the Bees. Wow, they intended for Watkins, and the Bees, that is, guess who? Mason Park. He's had a pretty good game tonight.
Yeah, he's had a heck of a game tonight.
He tips it away over his back, really reaches around. I think Watkins had it. He was looking for the next step and was shocked as he came over his shoulder there at the last minute. Tipped it away. It'll be a turnover on downs, and now the Bees get another chance, really, at the end zone with the ball set up at their own 20, at the Tiger 24. So Hamilton, no backs in the backfield, but the 2 motion men. Todd gets the ball, kind of juggles it, and as time he gets a hold of it, he might fall forward for a gain of 5.
Yeah, Todd there, he was in the middle of a rugby scrum.
He really was.
As his offensive line was trying to push him forward.
They only give him 4, not 5. But that ball, he literally went 3 yards with it. That ball not secured.
Yeah.
So at this point, you just say, okay, we got 4 yards. That's a win. Didn't fumble.
Yeah.
All right, Hamilton with 1 back in the backfield, a man in motion. He gives it to the motion man. That is Train. Train is brought down and a helmet off of one of the B players. That's Briggs again. I guess he needed a breather.
It's one way to get a breather.
He has to come out when the hat comes off. The player has to come out. They're going to give a gain of about another 3. So it's third and 3 for the Bees on the Tigers. I guess 17-yard line. Reaching around this pole, trying to strain my neck, make sure I got the right yard mark. Todd in the backfield with Hamilton. Not sure who the pitch. We got a whistle. Timeout, Bonneville. So Bonneville is going to take some timeout. So we'll just take a timeout to our sponsors and be back after this.
I'm Matt from Salt Lake City. Last year, while climbing in the Tetons, I fell nearly 600 feet. My hip bone was broken and exposed. I could see my quad muscles, and I had lacerated my liver. And I knew right away that blood was filling my abdomen. After a 3-hour rescue operation, I was airlifted to Ermac's Trauma Center. I was rushed into surgery. Then their amazing team worked with me for weeks of rehab. Thanks to their incredible care, I've made a full recovery and I'm back to doing the things I love. And that's why I say, take me to Ermac.
Back here at the field as Bonneville now initiating the play. Hamilton takes it. He throws it to Todd. It bobbled, and Tigers are going to recover the fumble. And a series of turnovers here. Guess who gets the fumble recovery?
Is that the King?
That's the King. King David Moore gets a fumble recovery. He's having a homecoming night never to be forgotten.
Now he just needs his offense to move the ball now.
Now he needs a touchdown. Give it to him to run it in, get a ball down here on 1 yard line, let him punch it through, get a touchdown. It's the trifecta.
He is a backup running back as a senior, so absolutely he gets a couple touches a game.
Just when you think Bonneville might get it moved back into the end zone and pull away with 6 minutes and 55 seconds to go, they turn the ball over. And the Tigers now still in it to some degree, needing to move the ball quickly. Ellison with 1 back and a back coming across the middle. Back to throw. He gets a receiver. Receiver's met, but boy, he picks up 15, 16 yards on that play. Exactly what they needed.
Yeah, Ellison, when he's confident in his arm, he has the talent to get it through that zone defense of any defense really in this 4A class. He just has to have that confidence to do it. You know, he's had a couple turnovers, whether it be fumble or just not, having a night himself, but he can do that. He has the arm.
Yeah. What's interesting is when they get in this hurry-up offense, you play not thinking.
Yeah.
You just execute and go, execute and go. and he starts showing his athleticism. He looks for his third receiver, finds him. Is that Morales? No, that's Kirkham, the other Kirkham, Taysom Kirkham. He makes the catch. Gain of 4 on the play. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Gain of 4 and out of bounds. Stop the clock. Now the clock running again. Just over 6 minutes to go. Ellison doesn't throw, goes up the middle. He'll get the first down, and what a great run. That's the athleticism I was talking about. He's not afraid to go for it. And he actually punched through the Bonneville defensive backs, who's a little dinged on the play. So, hey, kudos to Ellison. Athleticism still runs.
Yeah.
All right, so it's a first down just over the midfield mark. The Tigers with the ball at the Bonneville 46. And
what's going on here?
Okay. Ellison actually did a helmet-to-helmet hit with one of the Bonneville players. And the officials stopped the game because he's kind of staggering around. It's number 32, Carter Stanger, one of their big, important defensive backs. They take him out of the game. The officials mandate that he come out of the game for a concussion check. And thank you to the officials for taking care of our young men. We don't want anybody playing with a concussion. Having done that, don't recommend. Ellison throws over, gets a receiver right at the sideline who goes out of bounds. He'll pick up 4 yards. 4 or 5. Stanger, they're checking here just in front of us, and they're doing a good job. They're not hurrying it up. I honestly, I hope they keep him out. If there's any question of a concussion, don't blame. Ellison takes the snap. Watkins across the middle, going out into the flat. He's open. They throw it, intending for Kirkham, and he doesn't make the catch, but he is interfered with, and the officials do throw the flag, as that'll be a pass interference call against the Bees.
I think they're going to give him a call holding.
Is that what they're going to call? I'm trying to find the white hat. Oh, he's right here. Holding versus PI. Either way, it's a first down.
Yeah, no, either way, it's a first.
Watching him mark off the yardage.
It is pass interference, okay.
PI, yep. Now the official indicates. So it's a 15-yard mark-off. That's going to put the ball at the 27-yard line. It's a 1st and 10 for the Tigers. And again, the Tigers moving the ball down the field. The clock is their enemy right now. 5 minutes and 36 seconds to go. Ellison with the shotgun, back to pass. He's looking for a receiver. He's got one wide open. Touchdown, Tigers! Guess who it is? Number 7. That is number 7, Taylor Carton, his second touchdown
what
tonight.
A throw, too.
Tough to see if he made the catch because he set down a black uniform on that black end zone. Watching the replay, he literally sat down and made the catch. And the officials right there make the call. So a different ball game now. The Tigers 12 with the opportunity for a 2-point conversion to make it 14. And the Bees 22.
That's a 1-point game or a 1-score game. Excuse me.
Yep.
Touchdown and 2-point.
Yeah. So that's that quick movement. I said they had to manage the clock a little bit better. And Elison, lone man in the backfield, he's sending everybody. He's going to look for the receiver. He's got one. Goes through their hands. No good. The 2-point PAT, no good. They needed that 2 points.
Yeah, they needed that badly.
Yes, they did. And so it comes up bad for them. The score with 5 minutes and 28 seconds left in the game. Bonneville maintaining a narrow lead, I guess. 22-12 over the Tigers. The Tigers dominating the second half other than that opening Slavo kickoff. Wasn't for that kickoff return, it'd be anybody's game.
Yeah, you're right. It would be
14.
2-point game. It would be 14-12 here without
14-12,
that return for a touchdown to open the game or open the second half.
So Train, so far the hero because he opened up that lead. But, man, this is the second half turning out to be more of a ball game than we thought we were going to see it in the first half.
Do we see a onside kick here? They got to be prepared for this, right?
If they're not, they haven't watched any film of any game ever. How could you not onside kick?
Yeah, I don't expect it.
You don't?
No, not yet.
5 minutes? They got to have 2 scores, Josh.
They do. They've stopped them twice now. A couple turnovers. Yeah, and Bonneville is ready for this.
Yeah, they got the good hands team out. They do go for an onside. They kick it. Oh, it's going to be recovered by the Tigers. Tigers will recover it and do. Told ya.
Wow, what a hit, too. Watch the hit.
Yeah, actually, the Bonneville player was going up into there to get the ball, had position, and a heads-up move by the Tigers as one of the Tigers hit him and took him out of it.
What a perfect bounce.
And the ball just went on the turf, and there's nobody but Tigers around to pick it up. So the Tigers, another chance to score. We're in this game. They're at midfield, just on to the Bonneville 49. And Ellison, I think he'll open up with another deep pass to Garden.
Let's see it. I'm down.
And that was a 30-yard pass. Why not? So Bees needing to figure out how to stop turnovers. Throws over the middle. Not sure who he was trying to throw to. He had
it was a Kirkham boy.
Kirkham and Kirkham. Could have been Kirkham. He had Kirkham low, wide open. Kirkham tall, running over the slant, who had a receiver but probably could have made the catch. Neither one of them even close to the ball, so they'll bring up a 2nd and 10. Ellison in the back. He's got one running back in the backfield. Interesting to see. They put Watkins in motion again. They've done a lot of Watkins in motion, but they aren't throwing to him. Ellison now runs. He's got a receiver downfield. He's going to make the catch. And that is, guess who? Carden.
Yeah.
As he makes the catch at the 18-yard line. 19, I guess they mark it. I don't know how they do this because Ellison's underthrowing these balls, and his receivers are coming and they're sliding on their backsides and making the receptions.
Yeah,
it's like they plan on it.
They're playing backyard football right now.
They are. Molina in the backfield blocking. They throw over the middle. They got a receiver. Touchdown, Tigers! Kirkham in the end zone. Taysom Kirkham gets the score. It's 18. They go for 2. It's 20. And Bonneville stunned at this point as they're looking for a stop that they haven't been able to do.
Yeah, and this is the offense that we've seen that Idaho Falls could have. They're just very inconsistent. And once they are, look at this whole fourth quarter. This is a whole different Idaho Falls team. A whole different.
Who are these kids? Because they didn't play the first half. But they put it together. Remember we talked about comebacks in the fourth quarter?
Here we go.
You poo-pawed me.
Here we go. I'm down for this.
Tigers obviously going to go for 2. No, look up. They're lining for a kick.
They're going to try to get the stop, and they could potentially tie this.
They are. They're going to kick.
I mean, that
is a heck of a fake.
This is smart. It's a smart thing to do.
I almost wonder if they're faking.
No.
Nope. Kicking.
This is a big kick to get.
And they got it. Kick's good. 22-19. A field goal would tie it. Do they have a field goal kicker? I got to look at the roster
right
now.
There, yeah.
Wow, that was pretty low. I don't know if I'd trust him from anywhere.
They go get one of the soccer kids out of the stand.
Well, you know what? One of the Kirkham kids have got to be able to kick.
They're doing everything else, right?
Exactly. Holy cow. Bonneville reeling at the 19 straight points in this half. Well, did they score in the first half?
No. 18 straight points, 19 straight points.
19 straight points. So Bonneville needs to get their stuff together. Certainly we're in a position and with the ball down in their own country and turned it over. Then IF drives it down, scores, and have the onside kick. And Bonneville fails to recover it. They get it. They drive it down with, 5 minutes and 2 seconds left. So they only ate 45 seconds off the clock, 46 seconds off the clock.
We talked about they have the team to come back from this. Remember, in week 1, they got a game-tying touchdown on the very last play of the game.
They went
into
overtime.
That game into overtime.
Yeah, you're right.
So
in a lightning storm.
No. Yeah, in a lightning storm, yeah. And I think it was past midnight when that game ended.
Yeah, it was like 12:30 in the morning. Okay, the Tigers are going to onside kick. It worked. And look, Bonneville's playing their good hands team up real close to that front line. They're not going to let that happen again. Hopefully, from their standpoint, I'm sure.
They don't go for this again, right?
They're going to onside kick the other side, I think.
That would be impressive if they did it like this. There's no way they do this.
They did. Onside kick.
They're doing it again. No. Get down. Okay, yeah.
Bonneville wisely trying to see who did that.
Number 44, I believe.
Number 44 for the Bees. See who that is. That was a wise Seth Pernew. Smart move. He just stretched his long body out, covered the ball, and said, I'm the guy that's going to help us buy 5 minutes of protection.
Yeah.
Bonneville trying to really hurry things up as they come to the line ready to go with no huddle. Hamilton, man in motion. He kicks it up that middle trap play, and there's really nothing there. Maybe
he has the football.
IF does?
Yeah. Oh, they're going to say he's down.
Yeah, he went knee down. I'm pretty sure I saw that. I'll watch the replay too late.
Oh, yeah.
Nope, hasn't gone yet. They really only give him a yard. I thought he got 3 out of it.
He came up with the ball, so he has to put it down.
We're watching the replay right now.
No, he was not down.
He was not down. That should have been a turnover. Okay, Bonneville, that's twice. IF now looking to blitz it. No, they're just running their defensive line in. They kick it out to Todd. Kenny Todd's trying to find a hole. There's nothing there, and he won't get the first down, but he will pick up probably 4 yards. So it'll set up probably a 3rd and 5, 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5, it looks like. So the Tigers read it well. Todd with the ability, there was too many players down there. He couldn't juke around.
Yeah, this is a big 3rd down right here.
Yeah, Bees have to have this. This is vital to the game. With 3 minutes, 40 seconds, they have to have the first down to control the clock and hopefully take it down and score if you're a Bee fan. If you're a Tiger fan, you're praying for a turnover here. Man in motion. They're going to give that delay trap to Todd. He doesn't get the first down. Tigers stretch him out, and he'll be 3 yards short. It's going to set up 4th and 3. Do you kick?
I think they're going for this.
This is midfield.
They're talking about it right now. I think they go for this.
I don't know. Do you give the ball? Yeah, they're going for it.
I think
they're going for it.
Unless they're going to go like a little squid kick with.
I haven't seen Hamilton kick before.
They got to get going. Yeah, I think they're going for this. Here we go.
They are. That could be the game, folks. If they turn this over, Tigers in great position with time.
I saw a little bit of a jump.
I saw movement. I saw a jump by the Tigers. They're going to call timeout, Bonneville. They were trying to draw the Tigers off, and they did get a flinch, but I don't think he crossed the plane. And then Bonneville, everybody's standing up talking, and I'm like, you guys are going to get the penalty.
Yeah. No, it looked like Idaho Falls totally jumped off sides there.
2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. A tight game. Wasn't a tight game, but the Tigers have come back. Bonneville 22, Tigers 19. 2 minutes, 45 seconds left in the game. 4th down and 3 for the Bees at midfield.
Yeah, this has been a completely different game from the first half to the second half. This Idaho Falls team, I don't know what happened. I don't know what coach gave them. Whatever talk he.
It was King Moore. He got crowned. He found out he was royalty.
Yeah, maybe, and that's what got him to get where they are now.
All right, interesting as the Bees line up. They're going for it. Man in motion. They're going to give it to Todd again. He's going to break through the line and gets the first down. Oh. That is huge. And the line, the Bonneville side goes crazy. The team's hugging and pushing each other over. The crowd on its feet. So if you're a Tiger fan, that hurt.
Well, yeah, so Tigers still have 3 timeouts now. Now they got to use them.
Yeah, well, they have to.
Yeah.
Have to.
So
Stop the clock.
They just used their first one.
Boy, the Bees, I think at this point, taking a big, big breath.
They get one more shot to stop them.
Yeah,
they
2
get
minutes,
one more
42 seconds. Absolutely, plenty of time. If you're a Bee, you look at this and just say, I don't care about the end zone right now. I care about 10 yards. So I want to run the ball. I don't want to throw it. I want the clock going.
Yeah.
And I want to pick up 10 yards and get a first down.
Absolutely.
If they can eat up 10 yards on running plays twice, they probably have the game. But even then, with a 3-point differential, Tigers just having their number this half. Yeah, who knows? Hamilton takes the ball. He hands it off, and they're met exactly at the handoff. Wow, what a play. That's going to be a loss of about 4 on the play. Trying to see who that was. Number 8 by the Tigers, Samuel Lepre. Lepre gets the sack and a loss of 5 on the play. Not very often that you meet your running back in the backfield on the handoff. I mean, literally, he could have taken the handoff and gone the other way if he'd have been half a step. So the Tigers take another timeout, 2 minutes and 28 seconds. That leaves them with 1 timeout to go. I don't know that you burn the timeout.
Depends on what happens on this play right here.
Yeah, but you got to save 1 to be able to get into field goal position in case you've got seconds left. To be able to stop the clock and set up for that kick to try and tie it.
Yeah.
Or throw it, I guess. What's the officials indicating to the scoreboard? He wants 5 seconds put back on the clock.
2:28.
2:33.
2:33.
Yep, 5 minutes back on the clock. That's what he's saying. 2:33. 2:33. The scoreboard puts 23:33 back on the clock. I think they need to change that.
There they
I
go.
hope the officials get it. Okay, there we are. The officials walked away like, okay, he changed it. I'm like, yeah, that just changed the game. We have 3.5 quarters to play. All right, big second down for the Bees as they are now 2nd and 15. Almost looked to see a pass. Whoa! Again, the Tigers into the backfield. Brooks Jensen hits Todd as he gets the ball. We've got to, if you're a Bee, you got to change it up because it's now 3rd and 15, and they're reading everything you're doing.
Yeah, and Trent or Todd there just got popped. What a
He
hit
did, laid
there.
him out. I'm sure he'll remember that tomorrow morning. Actually, the Tigers were offsides. Did you see that? Not Jensen who got across, but their safety came across the line of scrimmage, and they didn't catch it. So Idaho Falls burns their last time outs. Shows you why I'm not a coach. I was thinking you save it. I guess you can always spike the ball. 2 minutes, 29 seconds left in the game. Both sides without timeouts. Bonneville with a 3rd and 16. Probably 17, 3rd and 17. Really no opportunity other than throw the ball at this point, I would think. 3-point differential. This is anybody's ball game, at least probably for a tie. And the Tigers, his last 2 drives, have picked up scores within 3 plays.
Yeah,
so
here we go.
You don't want to give them the opportunity to have anything more than 30 seconds, I think. And you want them to have the ball at their own 10. All right, Bonneville with a long 3rd down. Hamilton has a back in motion, goes back and sets. He's going to draw back. He's looking for a receiver. He throws, has a receiver, but it well short. Train gets the reception and brought down immediately by King David Moore. He's going to want to buy this IdahoSports.com Gamecast production. As he's having quite a night. And how often do you get referred to as King?
Yeah.
2 minutes and counting as Bonneville taking all the time in the world to get a 4th and 1 set up as they'll punt it away.
You could take a delay of game here.
I probably would, frankly, if your punter's any good. Now a minute 47 and
yeah, they're not
counting.
going to snap it.
They don't have enough players, so they send a player in. Just waiting to see what they're going to do. I think they are going to take the delay of game. See them watching the clock.
Well,
there's no chance. They're going to take. Yeah, they're going to take the delay of game.
Yep.
All right, the official indicates a delay of game against the Bees, so they'll mark off 5 yards. And that's fine. It gives him a better field to kick. So a minute 29, they stop the clock with the penalty. The Bees will set up in punting formation and try to drop the ball deep in the Tigers' end zone. So the question is can Medrano get down there and set it at the 1 again? Because really, you know what? That safety making all the difference in the world right now.
Sure is. It really is.
Yeah. The officials now having kind of a confab, trying to see what they're doing. They need to put time on the clock. Tough to say. The officials going to come over to the Bonneville coach. I wish we knew what was going on. Okay. So instead of 121, the officials indicate because it was a delayed game and time came off that the score clock should go back, or the timer should go back to 1:29, and they do make that adjustment. The Tigers trying to crash the punt. Bonneville trying to get the punt off. They do. It's going to go into the end zone, I think. Oh, it goes out of bounds. About the 13.
13?
Well, we'll split the difference.
12.
Midway between the 12.
We were close. Here we go.
Okay, Idaho Falls with the ability, 1:23, from what they've shown us the last 3 drives, the ability to take that ball all the way down the field because they've got a long cannon with Ellison, and he's got the Kirkham brothers who, frankly, dominated this game.
Yeah.
If they end up being the IdahoSports.com players of the game, it'll have to give it to both of them. All right, Ellison back. He's going to look to pass. He looks. He pulls it back. Oh. He's going to be caught in the backfield. He goes down. The Bees get him at the 3, at the 4. Yep, at the 4.
And that's number 4, Jory Anderson. That's his 3rd sack of the night.
Wow, Jory, what a game you're having. I'm in this, one of these. Ellison makes the throw. He's got a receiver. He's going to take it down to midfield. Again, Carden's
got to get out of bounds there.
Taylor Carden cut back in the field instead of going out of bounds, so the clock will plant. They'll plant and start the clock. And they've got to wait for the yard markers. So they start the clock right there. 47 seconds. Ellison with a low snap. He's looking. He's got the throw. He's got a receiver. And he drops the ball. Kirkham with the receiver. Taysom Kirkham. And it was just on his fingertips at the ground. Ellison throwing behind his receivers a lot. I don't know if that's a design as they're trying to keep it away from the defenders or if he's just underthrowing. It's worked on a number of plays for him.
That was probably a really good miss just because it stopped the clock. It gave him time just to rest a little bit, get another play call in.
They're at midfield. You know, if you were in college, you only need another 30 yards. You got a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
They're on scholarship there. All right, 41.6 seconds left. Anybody's ball game. Tigers wanted to make it theirs. Ellison takes the snap, back to pass, looking. He pulls it in. He's going to throw it over. He's got a wide open receiver. He'll get the first down and get out of bounds. I'm sure that's Kirkham. It is, again, 19, Taysom Kirkham. A first down and a stop clock.
Yeah, and the tackler, number 32 for Bonneville, Carter Stinger, looks like he's banged up again.
Well, they need to pull him out then because he's the one that they brought out for concussion
arm
protocol.
This time.
Oh, he is holding his arm, yeah. He's holding that arm like it's dangling. You can't have that guy on a defender with an arm that's even, with a stinger. Ellison now has the ball in the backfield. He's looking to go deep. He's looking to run now. He's just going to go out of bounds to stop the clock. He'll lose probably 6-7 yards.
Was that considered a sack?
Well, he loses 6-7 yards. He runs out of bounds. I guess you have to because it was a rush.
It was a forced out of bounds. That's Anderson again. That's his 4th.
Wow. Way to go, Jory. Good job. Yeah, they pushed him out of bounds. And Ellison, smart clock management, runs out of bounds, so they stop the clock at 27.8 seconds. And the opportunity on a second now and 15, 16 maybe, to pick the field apart, find the receiver that's going to give him most yards. And now flag flies.
It's back in the backfield. Is it too many men on the field?
Too many men on the field.
Too many men on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Yeah,
6,
it is.
7,
Too
8,
many
9,
men
10,
on the
11.
field. Bonneville's going to give up 5 quick yards that they shouldn't have. They pull Zach Belknap out. I'm not quite sure why. Because he's that hole in the middle. That's why. They're passing. They're not looking for that hole in the middle. They're looking to pass. They don't want to run and eat the clock. So Bonneville sets up. Tigers looking to get the score. Ellison back. He's looking to go deep. He's got somebody. He's got him. Oh! It pops in and out of the hands. Is that Carden again?
Yep.
It is Carden. It hit his shoulder pad as he turned back to get the catch. If he'd have made that, we were at the 15.
It looked like a great throw as well.
It did. I thought they had it. He had a slant. He could have taken it a lot farther even. Yeah, he was at the 20 and had the ability to take it down to the 15 maybe because there were receivers on him, but even more. So instead of in the red zone, they're back at the 40. 3rd and 11. 22 seconds left. Ellison with one back in the backfield. Everybody else they're throwing the sink at. He throws over towards the sideline, makes the connection with Kirkham. And Bonneville right there, bring him down, not a first down. Maddox Jones makes the stop.
We're at 10
Clock
seconds.
running. We're under 10 seconds. Tigers really quickly trying to get set. They've got to do something. Last play of the game, folks. We're out of time. They go for all the bananas, and it's not going to work. Bonneville, time runs out. Bonneville squeaks by with the win. Idaho Falls mismanaged the clock on that.
I think he had a receiver. I think that receiver was open.
He was. He overthrew him.
I think he overthrew him, and that could have been the game-winning touchdown.
Exactly. Watch this on the replay. You can't see it. We can. He throws it. He's got a receiver wide open. It was touchdown, and he overthrew him. And, wow. I got to tell you, I'm totally impressed with what I saw from Idaho Falls in this second half as they played a different game. If they'd have played that game, the whole game, this would have been a Tiger win. As it is, it's a Bonneville win as they I don't want to be detrimental to the Bees because they played a good game, especially the first half.
Yeah.
But it almost caught up to them as they get the win now. The safety and the kickoff return in the second half, they're only points of the second half, but just enough to make the win. So we're going to fade away for our sponsors as we talk about I don't know, half a dozen different people that could be our IdahoSports.com player of the game. We'll be back after this.
The memories of this game last a lifetime. By downloading the digital game file of this contest, you can have your own personal copy of this game forever. These make great gifts for the student athletes involved. Just click the Order Now button for more details.
Yeah, I know a little something about myths. Like the myth that speeding isn't dangerous. Oh, and that myth you can tailgate at a safe distance. Or that you could safely weave in and out of traffic. Don't be fooled by myths. You'll get yourself into a hairy situation. Stay focused on the road. Be a legend like me. Have you heard the one about Charlie over in Pay Lake?
Welcome to What If Idaho, the home of 1,000 paths for those that embrace possibility. There's no better place to be if you're looking for that next career, or just exploring. Life is a wide open door, no matter your age. Here at Next Steps Idaho, you can research careers and training options that work for you, and start a dashboard to keep your plans moving forward, so you can route your path from what if to what is at nextsteps.idaho.gov.
Our army of IdahoSports.com action photographers are covering games all over the state. And now we've revamped our galleries to make it even easier to find and order your favorite action shots. Just go to IdahoSports.com and click the Action Photos link in the menu.
Hello?
I was in an accident.
You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. I had my seatbelt on.
Welcome back to Rabston Stadium, homecoming night for the Tigers. And what a performance the Tigers put on. The Bees dominating the first half and looked like the opening kickoff of the second half. Keaton Todd ran it back for a touchdown, and then the next play of downs, Mateo Medrano kicked the ball back out of the end zone on a punt, and they nailed the Tigers at the 1, and then caught a safety. It looked like the second half was just going to be a B domination.
Yeah.
And the Tigers was saying, hey, this is our homecoming, nothing doing. And they launched 19 straight points from that point on. And we're in striking distance of either trying to set up a field goal to tie it or a touchdown to win it. Ellison throws over the middle, has a receiver about 15 yards out from the end zone, wide open, and goes over his head to end the game. And the Tigers just come up short in a game that if they'd have played that way the whole game, might have been different. Now, if the Bees played a strong game the first half, dominated, kind of felt like maybe they were playing safe ball, not to lose, and that's always dangerous, and it came back to almost bite them tonight. But as we start looking at the IdahoSports.com player of the game, so many to talk about.
Yeah, no, the one I want to talk about the most on defense, which before we get to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, there's a couple, but Jory Anderson, the defensive end, number 4, what a great game he had. He had a total of 4 sacks, and his last 2 sacks were on the last drive for Idaho Falls. He got the big sack down there to get him under the 5-yard range, and then he pushed Ellison out of bounds to get his 4th sack of the game on that last drive. So great job from him.
And that's just the sacks we're talking,
yes.
not the tackles, not the hurry-ups.
Yep.
I would add another probably 4 hurry-up passes on Ellison to him. And we didn't take stats, but I would guess he had at least another 5 tackles and a couple assists. Jory all over the field from a defensive standpoint. So didn't get our IdahoSports.com player of the game, but certainly a mention, honorable mention, is that what we call it?
Yes, absolutely.
To Jory Anderson. We also have to acknowledge you can't look at Keaton Train and the running game that he had, especially the kickoff return to start the second half, which became an important part of the difference of the game.
Yeah.
A lot of rushing yards. He was a powerhouse. Caden Fabian, again, part of that first half dominant running game for the Bees. They really came through. I also have to say I want to give at least a shout out to Mateo Medrano.
Absolutely.
I've never seen a kick or a punt thrown back from the end zone to the 1 and then touchdown. I mean, that's just college kids can't even do that. So Mateo Medrano, what a great move to you. Heads up. But as we come down to the player of the game, Josh.
Yeah, and I think the most impressive player on the field tonight was Kenyon Todd. He just overall had an amazing game. Definitely over 75 yards, had a touchdown, but just the agility he had and the role that he played in this team, because he's taking that bigger step right now in this Bonneville offense. Because of their injury they had last week to their star running back, but he did an incredible job tonight doing what he needed to do, and just was impressive. Making his cuts and doing what he did and he's going to be our IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Impressive would be a mild understatement,
Absolutely.
I would think, because some of those jukes and moves, I was like, can you do that? So Kenyon Todd gets the nod. We're grateful to have been here tonight. This has been an IdahoSports.com game stream production of East Idaho Game Night, presented by Teton Auto Group and Ermac Pediatrics. In addition to our power boosters, Teton Auto Group, Winning Solutions Marketing, and Conan Heating and Air Conditioning. Additional coverage on IdahoSports.com is presented by Project Filter, the Idaho Department of Health and Welfare, Valley-Wide Cooperative, Next Steps Idaho, your local Toyota dealers, and the Idaho Transportation Department. Special thanks to Idaho Falls Athletic Director, Pat Lloyd. What a great man he is. We love when we come here. He's just as gracious as can be. And, of course, his staff here at Idaho Falls High School at Rapston Stadium. Their hospitality and help in getting this game broadcast to you is, without question, some of the best. Congratulations again to our IdahoSports.com player of the game, presented by the Idaho Transportation Department. Kenyon Todd, you get the nod tonight, our IdahoSports.com player of the game. Thanks again for joining us as the Bonneville Bees defeat the Idaho Falls Tigers on homecoming night by a final score of 22-19. For my broadcast partner, Josh McGauley, and Dallas, our apprentice cameraman, and everyone else behind the scenes here at IdahoSports.com, I'm Tim Belknap saying so long. Join us again next week here on IdahoSports.com. We'll be back at Ravston Stadium for the Emotion Bowl and all kinds of other games throughout the state. Pick out one, join us, and enjoy some high school football here on IdahoSports.com.
This has been a presentation of IdahoSports.com GameStreams.